Los Angeles Sports.
And it is the biggest show on the radio. Mason and Ireland is on for your MLB opening day.
Oh, shut up.
Here we go. We are live from Clearman's Galley in the city of San Gabriel, 7215 Rosemead Boulevard in San Gabriel. Come on out, party, party, oh party, with Mace and Rams Super Bowl champion DeMarco Farr, who loves baseball too. Loves the old stick and ball, you know? MLB opening day will keep you abreast of what's going on with the Dodgers and all the fun and frivolity live on remote. Special thanks to our friends at Corona Extra. Corona Extra, the official cerveza of La Vida Más Fina. Find the fine life. Right now, we're going to find Mason, DeMarco Farr, Corporate Greg live in San Gabriel, yo. Mason and Ireland, MLB opening day right now.
Good afternoon.
What's going on, Clearman's Galley?
We are live at Clearman's Galley in San Gabriel, and we are here for Dodgers opening day. Tyler Glasnow on the mound for the Dodgers, and Will Smith.
Baseball.
Pop fly out of bounds, catches the ball there, and that is the side retired. So the Dodgers will come up at the bottom of the first. DeMarco, what's going on, man?
What's happening, my man?
Oh,
You gotta turn your
that
microphone
sucker
on.
Try this.
Here we go.
There
There
we
we go.
go. Something's
What's
on.
happening, my man?
Everything's good, man.
I am disappointed in you.
In what way?
You were supposed to have a martini by now. Everyone is hoping and begging you to have a martini.
he's
You
supposed
keep
to have
saying
three
no.
by now.
Castleria
by
says
now.
don't.
Why, Cass?
Why? Why?
He says no.
No, don't listen to him.
And
Listen to
I
us.
agree with. I'm with.
Listen
Casper.
to your friends.
Yes,
Tell your people.
You listen to our friends.
You are
not
not
you.
my friends
Casper's
if
a
you're
great
telling
guy.
me to get drunk.
No, we want you.
You're not my friend.
We're here. We're going to take care of you.
I
We're not gonna
question
leave
whether
you.
you're my friend.
I am really disappointed.
yeah.
I thought
We
you
are
loved
your
this joint.
friends.
And I love this thing. The boss
right there.
says, "Do it.
Yes.
Just go ahead and do
You
it,
got
and
the
nothing
biggest
will
hall
happen."
pass in the world.
We
and
want
you're-
you. We want you
Yes.
to do it.
It's opening day. Come
DeMarco,
on.
you get it. DeMarco gets it. You don't. You don't understand.
DeMarco, why don't you drink?
I said
martinis
I'd
today?
go with you. Now you're going to make me go by myself.
Should we get
I'm waiting
two
on
martinis?
Oh God.
This is our first
And the
remote.
break.
I'm dying to
Pepe,
do a
you're gonna
remote.
have, are you gonna have a
Pepe,
martini?
are you gonna have a martini?
Come on.
Come on, Pepe.
Come on.
When
Come on.
Pepe starts, that's when I start.
Somebody
Oh,
has
no,
to
get out of here.
have some kind of sense here. You
Yeah,
know?
exactly.
Greg.
Somebody have to have
Yeah.
some sort of sense.
Greg
Some-
can have sense.
And
Greg,
Pepe, by the way,
Greg, sense.
We're talking
some
about
kind-
Dodgers. This is easy stuff.
we need some kind of focus.
That's,
You have to
that's
focus.
right. We have to be
Focus.
focusing.
Yes.
Focusing. Exactly.
Wow.
So
But
it
happy
is,
though. This is cool. A lot of blue in here.
A lot of
Dodgers.
blue in here.
I
Place
like
is
it.
packed,
Yeah.
and we haven't been here for a couple of years, right? It's been 2 years since we've
2
been
years.
to Clearman's.
Yeah.
And the last time was the very memorable meltdown.
Well, is it memorable? Do you actually remember it?
I do remember it.
Do you?
I remember this saying, "Hey, wait a minute, is my show."
Did he really say that?
Oh, yeah.
He
Yeah, I
really
did.
said
So
that.
this is what happened.
Yeah.
You didn't hear the story. So it was we were sitting right here,
Yeah.
and Ireland was trying to have a conversation with Mason. He's got one arm on the table, and he's going, "Yeah, you know, it's
I totally
Mason-
it's a
Mason's gone.
Dodger game," and he goes,
He's gone.
He literally sits there and he turns to me and he goes, "Greg."
Oh.
So the
And then I say, "Hey, wait a minute, it's still my show."
Oh my God!
exactly how it all went.
So,
down.
Wow.
so that's
2
going to
years
happen.
ago.
That's going to happen today again.
Wow.
No,
Keep
yeah,
it in
that's what we want.
moderation. Come on.
I'm in the middle of the fairway all day today.
No.
Yes.
You had a gummy before you came in.
No, I do not. I never gummy on the show. But I just read a story about a stand-up comic who gummied and I guess just lost their, you know what, on stage.
Yeah, I heard about
Really?
this dude.
Yeah. And I cannot function on a gummy.
You'll know his face. He bombed completely.
He bombed
it was terrible.
completely.
Yeah,
They
it was
ran him
terrible.
out of town.
Yeah, it was horrible. And you know the guy. Yeah, it was just.
Oh, we know the guy.
Yeah, it seemed like it hit him right when the show started.
Yeah, right
Like,
when the show started, he was
Oh.
like, bam.
So we have had multiple people come into the studio and be totally not gummied up. They just stink of it. And they do a great show.
Who
Oh,
comes in
I wonder
stinking?
who you're talking
There's
Who
about.
comes in
multiple
stinking?
people. There's multiple
I
people that do
wonder who you're talking
Guest
about.
or host?
You know who
Coming
it
in
is.
I know
stinking.
who it is.
Some
yes.
people still come on the air. Some people
Yeah.
don't. But they come in and just are absolutely
Come on,
hammered.
you
But
got
I-
to descent.
I
Come on.
truly could not function.
Really?
Oh yeah, could not. I couldn't do a show on a gummy. I obviously couldn't do a show on a martini.
No.
So
that
what,
was-
what about a
street.
gummy and a martini?
Oh, he's done.
You know what we call
Cross-
that, Pepe? We call that crossfade.
Yeah, he's done.
When you cross
You'll
fade.
be,
Yeah, yeah.
You'll be
Thrown.
flying.
Yes. Oh, I
You'll be
will
in the
not
lead.
even
Hey
know
Pepe,
that.
hey Pepe, if you were on the Laker broadcast crossfaded, could you do the show?
No.
No?
No.
What
I'd
about
love
if you
to
were
hear it,
single
though.
fade?
I would love to hear it.
too.
Not at all. Not at all.
Can you do this show crossfaded?
No.
Oh, you probably actually
It's
could.
really hard.
totally
It-
can't.
It
Wow.
is
Totally
really hard
could.
to do it like in my whole senses with a whole bunch of guys like you.
Right.
You gotta
let
Exactly.
go, Pepe.
I think you'd get mad at us.
If I get
control.
stupid, then I'll be at the same level as you guys.
By the way,
That's right.
Mookie Betts is at the plate right now,
Oh.
which means we are one batter away from Shohei Ohtani's Dodger Stadium debut, regular season debut.
Full count.
Nice gold chain, too.
And he has
Full
a chain.
count, Miles
He has a chain.
Mikolas.
Come on.
And
Oh,
walks
walk.
him.
Okay.
All
All
right.
right. Here
That
we go.
means we'll have a
Nice.
runner at first, Mookie, with Shohei
Oh, here he
Ohtani
comes.
stepping to the
Look
plate.
at that.
There we go. Clearman's Galley. Get excited.
Hey, I bet you he hits home run.
Dodger Stadium debut for Shohei Ohtani.
I bet that place is going wild.
Look at the size of him.
Look
Yeah.
at everyone
Wow.
standing. Look.
Everybody's
How
standing.
many camera phones how many people are actually watching the game?
Look
and
how many
like-
people are holding their cameras.
Everybody.
Everybody's got
First
their
swing
camera. I
home run.
want to
Come on.
get his first swing.
Oh,
Boom.
he wanted it. You
Yeah,
know
he
that
wanted
he
that.
wanted to swing first swing.
Please don't
Outside,
strike
drove
out.
it down the left field
Please
line.
don't strike out.
I mean, he strikes out a lot.
Please don't
He
strike
does
out.
strike out a lot.
Please don't strike out. Everybody's
I
standing.
mean, you know, it's all
Come
right.
on.
Everybody's ready for Ohtani. I see Ohtani jerseys here at
I wonder if he had a
too.
gummy. Think he had
No,
a gummy?
I do
no
not
gummy?
believe he did.
No,
No.
no gummy?
Not
Okay, he's not
believe
ready?
he
Okay, he's not going to bomb?
Here's the
Oh,
0-1
oh.
swung on.
Hey,
and
you
fouled
want to
back.
bet
That's up high,
that
too.
he
That would've
doesn't have
No. You want to bet he hits a home run? No.
Epe will take that bet.
I'll take that action.
Wow. Come on,
Down
dude.
0-2.
You know what? Travis said, like, there's a lot swirling around this guy.
Yeah.
If you look at him, you never know.
No,
The
well,
guy's
we're
a
going to
pitching
find out,
call.
though. Can he perform with everything
Yeah.
swirling around him? Can he compartmentalize all that stuff? Takes
Good
ball
eye.
one.
Good eye,
1 and
good
2.
eye, good
Come on.
eye.
Look at this. The whole room.
If Shohei Ohtani was walking down the street in Los Angeles, people will recognize him.
Everybody would know him.
Yeah, you have to now.
Everybody would know him. I think he was walking down the street in Los Angeles.
Oh, got it. Down the line. There we go, around the base. Come on.
Look at this crowd.
Hey,
Mookie Betts is
Wow.
on that oh,
Hold
no,
up at
Mookie.
third.
Oh, you could have gone, Mookie. You could have gone.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Oh, no.
Shohei got hung up between second and third, and he's going to be
Shohei,
out.
come on. You got to
damn.
know how to
Boom,
run
you gotta
the
go.
bases,
Oh,
man.
my God.
What do you
Yeah,
think? Philly
base
just-
running error on Shohei Ohtani.
Right off the bat.
Wow.
Thought
Well,
Mookie,
what
he thought
does-
Mookie
what
was gonna
does that-
score.
That was Mookie's fault because Mookie did turn like he was going to go and came back. instead of
No,
going
no,
all the
no,
way
no,
through.
no. What
do you
does that
mean,
tell
no?
you? Ohtani is not totally concentrated.
can do
on
no
the-
wrong.
Come on.
Oh, Pepe says
Come on,
Ohtani's not
Pepe.
completely
I think
concentrating.
Mookie blew that
What do you
one.
mean he's not concentrating? He has to be.
With everything that is going on,
I think
Oh.
Mookie blew that one.
You think he's?
Yeah.
That's
Mookie blew that one.
That's on Mookie.
It was a double to the right field corner. Mookie Betts was on first base, came to third, and looked like he was rounding, and Shohei Ohtani got hung up between second and third.
What are you holding
See,
up
look,
for?
he went
Yeah,
and
see, he-
stopped.
yeah,
and then
what-
It was there. He signaled, go back, go back, go back.
What are you
he
saving
thought
it
he
for?
thot he was going to go home.
And
yeah.
Shohei slipped, and
that was
there,
it.
wound
there
up
he was.
hung.
He's telling him
Hung
to
out to
go
dry.
back.
That was on Mookie.
Yeah,
Mookie
yeah.
stopped. I mean,
What are you saving it for? It's come on. You,
Runner on third.
Just
you
one
got to be
away.
aggressive there. Come
Yeah.
on. Let's get some dust.
Yeah.
that was bad base running. Just on one side or the other. It was bad
But he got a
base.
hit, though. Come
It's
on.
okay, yeah.
That was awesome.
By the
One
way,
for
let's
one.
not bury the lead. It was a double.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Nice.
he hit a double in his first at bat as a
This-
Dodger at
but-
Dodger Stadium.
But this is what you're going to see most of the time because Freddie Freeman is going to be up with guys on base constantly.
Yes, he is. He's going to see a
Constantly.
lot of RBI chances for sure.
And he would have had two guys in scoring position if that. If
I think Freddie is going to wind up with 140 RBIs.
You think?
Yeah,
Wow.
I do.
You're going to have
I would go
opportunities.
over. I would
yeah.
actually
Would you
take
go
the
over?
I would go to 150. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think he is going to drive in a ton of runs.
Yeah.
He's going to
everything's
have all
going
the
well.
chances in the world.
Yeah.
Wow.
I don't know where we are in a clock right now because I don't see one.
Oh, I got to run right
Maybe
here.
I
It's,
can-
you can do a read here if you want.
All right, yeah, let's do that.
Wait, you want to wait till the inning kind of gets a little
Okay,
bit
I'll
going?
wait till the inning is
Remember,
up.
breaks don't matter.
Oh, breaks. I forgot. Breaks don't. Did you know that, DeMarco?
Big,
Breaks
too.
don't matter.
Breaks don't
anymore.
matter? No,
No.
I can't get over the size of Ohtani. That is one big
I mean,
dude.
we got to at least see Freddie. Oh,
Yeah.
There's the 0-1 to Freddie
That was 3-1.
and 3-1 grounds at foul.
3-2.
So bases, a runner on third, full count.
You're a baseball guy.
Yes.
Would you rather hit in front of Ohtani or be Freddie
Behind.
Freeman? Behind him?
Behind, you're going to get so many
So
RBI
many
chances.
pitches.
But
yeah.
And
Mookie,
you'll
I
get-
mean, what pressure you got to get on base because of who's coming behind you?
Full
Yeah,
count pitch, swung on and grounded
Oh,
up the
hey!
there's a run. There you go.
Look at that.
1-0 Doyers.
1-0 Dodgers on top.
So I want to be behind because you're going to have guys in runners in scoring position all the time. So you have to get a pitcher has to give you good.
Oh, I feel you. But
they cannot go around.
But who's got the most pressure, in your opinion?
The most pressure is probably
the guy in front. Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
I would want to be. You got to get on base with Ohtani coming behind. That's scary.
You have a little pressure. I mean, there's pressure obviously as a 3-hitter, but less.
Yeah, I mean, generally speaking, your most accomplished hitter is in the 3-hole.
Yes.
And I think, Freddie, you can certainly make the case that he's right there, and he's going to have ducks on the pond every time he's
Well, he already has one run.
They're right there, right?
He's on his way to 140. Exactly right. There's the new $140 million man, Will Smith, signed that extension yesterday, 10 years, $140 million.
It's also his birthday today. Happy birthday, Will Smith.
Happy birthday, Will Smith.
How much did they pay him?
140.
Yeah, every day is his birthday right now. Yeah, happy birthday to me every single day. Wow.
Yeah, 29th birthday. By the way, Carlos Saisu.
Yes, congratulations.
Congratulations to Carlos Saisu, who is our social media star.
Isla, I-S-L-A, Isla Saisu.
Oh, I love that name,
yeah.
Isla Saisu. Welcome. Carlos having a big year. Got married last year, kid now.
Isla?
Isla, I-S-L-A.
Oh, all right.
You like it?
Yeah.
Right.
I have a present with no name in my car, so now I can put Isla.
There you go.
All right.
All right, Will Smith's at the plate. There's a runner at first. That's Freddie Freeman, the 0-2. Swung out right up the middle.
Look at you. The most hated fan base in the world. Look at you, all happy. I love it.
Yeah,
Come on.
Boy, wouldn't it be great to string along?
What?
Big crooked number in the first inning of the first game.
Go
at
all the
Dodger
way.
Stadium.
Yep. Go heel on them.
Yeah. By the way, we are at Clearman's Galley. The place is packed. You're invited. We're on Rosemead Boulevard in San Gabriel, and it's a great spot to watch the game. Tons of Dodger blue. A lot of Ohtani jerseys here. Ohtani T-shirts and Ohtani jerseys. People are like, yeah.
There's also other jerseys, like the Yankees jersey for Aaron Judge.
There's always that guy.
There's a Mets jersey over there.
Why Mets?
I saw a Yankees jersey back there.
I saw a T-shirt with Vin Scully on it.
Yeah, those are the
best.
best.
There's a Brooklyn Dodgers shirt. Yeah.
There's a guy, Raider Rubin is wearing an Atlanta Braves jersey.
Just randomly.
Atlanta Braves. Come on.
Yeah, they're
not know
putting
where
up the
you're going?
quote now. Miles Mikolas is the pitcher facing the Dodgers.
And he's getting smacked.
He is getting knocked around a little bit, and he's the one who said the Dodgers are just playing checkbook baseball.
And looks like Tom Selleck, doesn't he? Look at him.
He's had 4 guys come up. They've all gotten hits.
He is working the stash pretty hard.
Didn't he work the stash, right?
Yeah, he's working that stash hard.
Yeah. Mookie walked.
The 0-1.
Get out. See ya.
Go
right
field.
and it is at the warning track and caught.
Oh, man. Muncie's going to get so many home runs this year.
But
there you go.
Freddie tags and heads home. It's 2-0. All right, Greg's making the international sign for break.
That's when you do this. You
Yes.
crack your hands.
As we go along here today, we will also get into some Lakers. They won again last night. The third quarter, I thought, oh, man, Memphis is going to do to them what they did to Milwaukee the night before, but they dug in and they won that game last night.
Did you think of the mirror?
They did.
Mirror.
End of the third quarter.
Yeah,
it was the mirror. It was the mirror. All right, Clearman's Galley live, Rosemead Boulevard, San Gabriel. Dodgers already up 2-0, 2 away, first inning. We're coming right back on 710 ESPN. It's ups and it's downs. The journey has its highs and its lows, and the LA County Department of Mental Health is there to support you every step of the way. You know, I talk to people all the time, especially since I've been working with the LA County Department of Mental Health about their mental health journeys. And the one thing I always tell people is you got to talk to somebody. Find somebody to talk to. And if you don't feel comfortable at this moment talking with somebody, or you want somebody who is more of a professional or crisis counseling or service referrals or just support, you want to call 800-854-7771. That's 800-854-7771. You can also visit their website at dmh.lacounty.gov. Your mental health is their priority. Let them be your support on this journey. Together, let's shape a brighter tomorrow with hope and recovery and well-being. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
Football fans, enhance your SoFi Stadium tour.
In San Gabriel, 7215 Rosemead Boulevard. Come on down. Watch the game with Mace DeMarco and Corporate Greg. And go up to the bar and say, hey, sucker, can I get an ice cold Corona Extra with lime? Corona Extra, the official cerveza of La Vida Más Fina. Find the fine life. Right now, we head back to Clearman's Galley in San Gabriel and back to Mason and DeMarco.
It's already up 2-0. Little John Fogerty center field, second inning. Tyler Glasnow on the mound for the Dodgers. It's me, it's DeMarco, it's Pepe Mantilla the Great. Everybody wave to Pepe. Wave to Pepe.
Wave to Pepe.
Waving to Pepe.
Wave
there
to
you
Pepe.
go. Pepe getting a lot of waves today. Pepe, by the way, styled up in the Dodgers Kobe Bryant jersey. I love that.
Yeah, you did. I love that jersey. Did you get it at Dodger Stadium when they were giving it away last year, Pepe? You can turn on your microphone and say yes.
Hey, there you go.
Just press the button. That's it.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh.
What is the next question?
Yes.
What is the next question?
Are you
Yes.
sure you haven't been drinking, Pepe?
Wow.
You want
No,
to drink?
just a single yes.
No.
And DeMarco's here as well. We're at Clearman's Galley on Rosemead Boulevard in San Gabriel, and everybody's invited out here. Big day to party with Dodgers opening day. Greg, when will you get to a Dodgers game? Greg?
I want to go next week. I want to try and go Monday. I don't think there's anything going on Monday. You want to go Monday?
I'm going Sunday.
It might rain out.
I'm going. Nah. There's
Saturday.
only been one rain out in years.
Rain Saturday for sure.
It's supposed to rain
It's supposed to
Saturday
rain
and
Sunday. So
It's supposed to rain Easter Sunday because we're going to go for Easter on Sunday.
it's probably pretty empty. That's not a bad idea.
No, it's actually pretty full.
Is it?
Yeah.
Damn.
I got good field seats for it.
Nice.
Yeah.
Do you have an extra one? Can I have it?
No. No.
Wow.
Okay.
Had you for a minute.
No.
I tried.
I don't blame you for trying. So
Are
as
you going to go, DeMarco? When are you going to the game?
Soon. I have to take my daughter, though.
Yeah.
I have to take the whole family.
Okay.
I can't go by myself.
Why not?
It's a baseball. It's a Dodger game. I have to take the family. I have to, come on.
I mean, I understand.
Yeah.
So I heard them earlier talking about they did a draft of foods that are available at Dodger Stadium or when you go to a ball game. What is your official ball game regimen, Pepe? If you go to a Dodgers game, what do you order?
Well, in the summertime,
Yep.
for sure, I'll have a beer.
Of course, yeah.
And hot dog, nachos.
Hot dog, Dodger dog, nachos.
That's
Nachos in the helmet?
No, nachos.
Oh,
regular,
come on,
regular.
helmet
No,
nachos.
nachos.
Yeah.
Helmet.
Too expensive.
Oh.
Yeah.
There you go.
Regular nachos.
Okay, regular nachos. DeMarco, what about you?
Same. I told you, hot dog, beer to start, and then at some point in the day, I'm going for the nachos.
See, I have started skipping the Dodger dog and going straight to the helmet nachos.
Yep.
Straight to the helmet
Why'd
nachos.
you skip the
for me.
dog?
Because
It's
good.
not the real Dodger dog the way it used to be. It's some other off-brand. It's not even Farmer John anymore.
Doesn't
it's
taste
like
good?
Santorini or something.
Yeah,
Just
something.
don't like it?
Yeah.
Santorini Brothers, I think it's called.
Okay, so you
Yeah.
go straight for the
So
helmet
it's,
nachos.
it's spongy and
It's just something about baseball. I have to have a hot dog.
Yeah, I hear you.
I have to.
I hear you.
Yeah.
How about
Yeah.
you?
I go with I go to Michelada because they're delicious and I love the tahini.
I've not acquired a taste for Michelada.
I got it.
Me
I
neither.
have the taste. It's so
I don't
good.
like it.
You don't like a Michelada?
It's a weird-looking drink.
But
Well,
have you
tastes
tried
good.
it?
No, I haven't tried it. I haven't had the guts to try
That's
it.
tahini on the
tahini
rim,
on the,
yeah?
on the rim, and it's delicious. You put the beer inside there, and
And it's got
all good.
tomato juice and
Yeah, and like the Modelo that goes inside of it.
yeah,
Great.
Yeah, I did not acquire. A
I
taste
don't
for
like
that.
the michelada. I like the cerveza, and that's it.
Yeah, so I go
Yeah.
with the Michelada, and then I get the helmet nachos because
Yes.
I don't like the dog.
Right.
And then I get
Extra
the
jalapeno.
And no jalapeno.
No? Extra
Oh,
jalapeno.
you gotta have
crazy?
extra
No,
jalapeno.
jalapeno.
Oh no, tons of jalapeno.
Yeah,
Do you
yeah.
understand who I am?
Maximum
I can't
jalapeno.
do
Don't feel
spice.
bad because I won't eat jalapeno.
Come on,
That's right,
Pepe. You don't like
See, Pepe
spicy?
knows.
No,
But it
Really?
really.
Wow.
You have to get the helmet soft serve too.
Right.
If you
You
go
bring the
get-
helmets home.
Yeah, I do bring the helmets home.
After.
We use them for soup and cereal.
So
yeah,
I
that's
always
a lot.
bring the souvenir. I bring the souvenir cups home.
yeah.
Yeah.
And I swear to God, I was in the cupboard last night. We probably have 40 souvenir cups from the Rams.
Nice.
Because you get it every time.
What we did for well, we get it every time. But the other thing is, when we're walking out of the stadium, I'm the one. I see other cups that people have
That's
left,
gross.
and I pick them up.
You
and
collect.
Ay, ay, ay.
collect.
Aren't
Don't
they
ay,
plastic?
me.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Don't
yeah.
ay, me. They go in the washing machine.
Yeah,
But you gotta touch 'em right
You're
there.
gonna
They
have
go
to
in the
carry that and
dishwasher.
put them in your car.
I carry it and I put it in the dishwasher, and
No
then
good,
I got a
no
clean
good.
Are they
souvenir
You got
glass?
cup.
hand
Plastic.
sanitizer with you?
Plastic.
Plastic now.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh yeah,
No.
yeah.
No.
I've got
Bad.
all the souvenir cups you could ever
How many?
want.
You're at every Rams game. Do you
I
take
don't
any of
collect
those?
stuff like that.
No, that's ridiculous.
No, I don't collect.
I'm
stuff
not
like
collecting them.
I just-
I
You
don't
are.
have a collection. I just have a bunch of
I
them.
just have
Stop
one.
on the side
No,
and pick up other
Steve,
people's.
you-
That's
you are
collecting.
collecting.
No, I'm not collecting.
Yes.
I'm just picking them up and then using them. I'm not collecting cups.
How many do you have at home?
40.
That's collecting.
That's collecting.
No, I just have a series
Anything
of
over
cups.
5.
It's just a series.
Series
of
of moments.
The Marco 40 in one season.
Yes.
Yeah, one
wow.
season,
Oh my gosh.
exactly.
Yeah, yeah. What are you gonna do with them?
Get
them
I
signed?
use them all the time.
Use them all the time.
No,
Okay.
I just use them.
Great for parties.
Yeah,
right?
they're good to have around.
There you go. Yeah.
Dodgers have James Outman to the plate now with nobody out in the second inning. Dodgers lead 2-0 to kick off the second. Miles Mikolas still on the mound for St. Louis.
I think Altman's going to have a big year.
Isn't that a bad name for a
I-
baseball
Altman's
player?
gonna have
I
a big
agree
year?
with you.
Yeah, I think
you-
he has
yeah,
he has
don't you
no
think?
expectations.
I
He
com-
doesn't have to do anything.
I completely agree with you. And you know what? He's also at that point where guys all of a sudden make big jumps in their career.
the second year is
Second
you
year
either
out.
go sophomore slump or you just shoot off.
This
I
is
think
gonna
he's
be
gonna
his
shoot
year.
off. Because nobody has anything expectations, and then he strikes out swinging on a bad pitch. That's
That was you
not
guys.
what I was.
That was
way
you
out.
guys.
Way out.
You guys did that. See? He heard
yeah,
you.
talking about. Let's stop talking guys up. When they
Yeah,
come to the
that
plate.
was
But
a
I
bad
do think
time
Outman's
for
going to
that.
have a really big year.
I do too. I think
Yeah.
he's going to be big.
His name is Outman.
Outman.
Yeah, Outman.
Oh,
that's
it's-
bad for baseball.
Bad for. Well,
Yeah.
you know, he's had a pretty good.
I'm just saying that's
But
bad.
you know, I was thinking about this as
Yeah.
I was coming in. So we always talk about the $1.2 billion or 1.3, I guess it is now, that the Dodgers have spent.
With Will Smith, it's 1.4.
1.4. So it's interesting that the Dodgers still have homegrown players as part of their mix.
Yep.
Will Smith, obviously homegrown. James Outman, homegrown. Gavin Lux, homegrown. Am I missing somebody?
Yeah, Clayton Kershaw.
Clayton Kershaw, homegrown, right.
Walker Buehler, who's getting close.
Yeah, who threw 4 innings, simulated game on Monday, and Dave Roberts said he's close to going out on a minor league rehab.
And Max Muncy kind of is.
Kind of. He was a 4A guy. Chris Taylor kind of is.
Kike. Like, I think
they sort of grabbed those guys.
Yeah.
They didn't come up through the system, but they were in somebody else's system.
We got them and put them into our system, and then they came up.
Right.
So,
What was your point?
My point was that it's not just the $1.3 billion or 1.4. It's also that the farm system has delivered on a consistent basis really, really exceptional players.
Well, that's how sport works. I mean, you really can't buy an entire team. You can buy some great pieces. I don't care how much it costs, but you're still going to have to grow your own talent.
Yeah, Bobby Miller, by the way.
Yeah.
Also
Bobby Miller.
Gavin
one.
Stone is
Gavin
in
Stone,
starting rotation.
Emmett Sheehan, I mean, all those guys, yeah.
So, Greg,
Yes.
you do the
Blue Review.
the Blue Review every day. The problem with the Dodgers that I see is the infield.
Yes, absolutely.
The infield, especially second and third base.
Sure.
Because I like Mookie. But the
You like
second and
Mookie
third
at short?
Yeah.
He's struggling a little bit defensively.
But you need to have 2 good guys there. If you don't, then you're going to have a problem.
Did you say he's struggling?
As defensively at shortstop, yes.
How many games
So far.
in?
No,
are
yeah,
we?
it's still very, very early.
yeah, it's
but
still very early.
right now he's having a tough
I thought
time.
you have to go through
He'll
a
be
month
fine.
to
He'll be
struggle.
fine.
Yeah,
But he's
okay.
struggling right now.
Okay, all right.
In 1988, when the Dodgers won the World Cup,
Yes,
the
World Series.
second base was Lux. The shortstop was Bill Russell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the third base was El Pingüino.
Yes.
Okay. Bill Russell wasn't the great shortstop, but they had very good second baseman and say. And that helped a lot. So the Dodgers could win the World Series.
The other
you
thing-
remember that?
I mean,
sure.
I wasn't alive, so you.
Greg was like,
Yeah, but it's in the book. I mean, you weren't alive. I wasn't alive when Christopher Columbus came. How many times I have to tell you that?
Right,
Amerigo Vespucci, were you alive when he came?
right.
He gets so mad.
Pepe gets so worked up over this. Yes.
No, I mean, I do know it. I know the
your-
history.
The interesting thing about that is we'll never see that kind of continuity on a team again.
How many years? They were together like 8 years.
I think it was 7 or 8 years that infield was all together, so they played well together. And Bill Russell was not a plus defender, but he was a solid defender.
Very solid.
And I think that we're going to find out if Mookie Betts can handle the shortstop position and Gavin Lux at second base can hold it down. They've already juggled that once. Gavin Lux is on the plate right now, 3-2 count.
And by the way, he has the 3-2. He has
2 away.
41 pitches already for Miles Mikolas. Ooh, that was
Taken for a really tough strike.
No, that was on the.
We need
that was
robots.
that was dotted. That
I want to
was
see
beautiful.
robots.
Yeah, that was a really tough strike right there.
Hey, did you
Big
make
up.
mythical money last night?
Oh, yeah, I bet mythical money. $10,000 mythical dollars on the Lakers minus 4.5 versus Memphis. I won that thing.
You did win that bet. We can talk a little bit after a Wheel of Questions.
Yes.
But Prize Picks is our official sponsor of Mythical Money, and it's the largest and #1 daily fantasy sports platform in North America. New members go to prizepicks.com/710 and use code 710 for a first deposit match up to $100. Prize Picks, pick more, pick less. It's that easy.
All right, there you have it. Coming up next for you, we'll spin the wheel of questions. We'll keep you up to date on the Dodgers. We'll do some Lakers coming up, too. Mason and Ireland show. It is me. It is DeMarco. It is Bergman. It is Pepe. We are live at Clearman's Galley on Rosemead Boulevard in San Gabriel. You're all invited out here, 710 ESPN.
After LAFC's dominant win over Nashville, it's safe to say Bawanga is back.
Goal! It's in! It's 2-0! Oh, welcome to the 2024 score sheet, Giddy!
2 goals for Bawanga and 5 total for the black and gold.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5!
Next up, LAFC visit the Colorado Rapids. Coverage begins Saturday at 12:30 p.m. on the home of the black and gold, 710 ESPN and the ESPN LA app.
Are you ready with that wheel? Hit it, Jack.
Here we go, spinning the wheel of questions live from Clearman's Galley in San Gabriel, and the Dodgers are up 2-0. Third inning, top of the third. Got a question right here. DeMarco.
On the wheel.
You ready?
There we go. Shoot.
Okay. Would you rather have to say anything that comes to your mind or say nothing at all?
Like forever?
Forever. Would you rather have to say whatever is on your mind, or you have to be quiet forever? Which
Just
do you
had
choose?
this discussion. I think all of us that are on radio got in trouble when we were kids for talking too much. So
True.
I'd rather say the first thing that popped into my head.
There you go.
Yeah, I don't think I can be quiet.
Bergman?
Very dangerous for
It
me
is
to say
dangerous,
that.
sure.
In my position, that is a very dangerous thing. I think I'm going to shut up. I'm not going to say
Forever?
anything forever.
For the rest of your life?
That will be the end.
That's it.
No
Not radio.
conversations anyway.
Do you promise?
You should promise.
Wow.
Yeah, I think there's just too many things that I know in my brain that I would just spit out, and I don't want it out.
Pepe, what about you?
I'm with DeMarco.
Let it rip.
Yeah.
Totally.
I don't know that I'm holding much back.
Really?
Oh no, you are.
Yeah.
But not a lot.
The problem is,
Do you
like,
think I'm holding a lot back?
Okay, if the problem is if someone asks you a question leading you to a place that you don't want to go, you have to say it because it's the first thing on your mind.
Correct.
And so you wouldn't be able to do
You
that.
just scared me. What is going on in your head that you want to
what
be
the
quiet
hell is
for
I
a
wanna
minute?
ask?
Because
Oh my
I know
God.
things about you that you don't want on.
I know
my
things
God.
about you that you don't know on air.
You actually don't, but that's
Oh,
actually,
yes,
no,
I
you
do.
do.
Yes,
no,
I
no,
do.
you
Yes, I do.
100% do. Never
That
mind.
is very
I'm going to take that back.
mischievous.
I'm going to take
That is
that
very
back.
mischievous.
We're pure apart.
See,
I worry about
again,
you.
this is why I don't
Well,
want to say
why?
everything in the top
But
of my
we're
head.
in radio, so we
Right.
have to just let it rip.
Yeah, we do for the most part, but there's things, that we just
I
kind of
think
keep
who you are really comes out in traffic, too. Like when you're sitting in traffic.
Oh, really?
Who you are really
Jeez.
comes out then when you're
I'm
sitting
a
in traffic.
very angry human being.
Your
See, I'm
inner
not.
Archie Bunker pops right out, doesn't it? Yeah.
I am not an angry driver.
Oh,
Even
no.
in traffic?
I'm a super mellow
F-bombs,
driver.
There's just the worst things come out of my
Super
mouth.
mellow. I'm in no hurry. I can get home.
I don't believe that. You don't let people merge.
What do you mean that's not even true? That's
It's
completely
not even true. We've been talking about the guys trying to cut in the line in front of
Right,
you.
I merge early. I'm an early merger.
So laid back.
Because I don't want it to be a lot of trouble. Late mergers are causing problems on the road.
Point.
Late
You're
merger.
But you
so
don't
laid
late
back.
merger.
Have
But-
a martini.
Not having a martini.
Have a martini. See, everybody thinks that DeMarco is such a great, calm, wonderful guy.
He is.
Off the air and in a car and traffic.
No, I'm cool.
Totally different person.
I'm mostly like Mason, but if I got to get someplace and there's traffic for no reason, yeah, the inner Archie Bunker will pop out.
You played on the defensive line. You had to get to a place.
I can go there,
Yeah.
but I didn't have to get to be there just to play. It's a different deal. Yeah, but I can go there.
You can go there.
I can go there. I can go to the dark side.
There's
Oh, yeah.
times where
Come
I'm
on.
afraid of you. So, yeah.
So I want to. Oh,
Really?
Pepe.
Oh, yeah, no.
Pepe. I want to get
DeMarco's
something.
got stuff.
Pepe. Pepe said he's got things to say about Shohei that we're not going to like.
Uh-oh.
What?
So
Well-
Pepe, the stage is yours.
No, because you guys been talking about in
Everyone turn off
general,
their microphones
in
and let
general.
Pepe talk.
Okay. What happens is this, okay? Shoei says that he didn't know anything.
Right.
The feds or whomever is investigating
feds,
this,
yep.
they already know that the other guy was lying because he didn't go to the university, he didn't play.
Sure.
Okay, so Shohei didn't know that?
Yes, I think Shohei didn't know that.
Yeah.
Really?
Do you
Yes.
think Shohei knew that he was faking going to UCI?
Okay,
Why
so
would you think he'd know
UCR?
that?
wait, so
Oh, someone just hit a home run.
Oh!
Is that the Dodgers? Hey!
Mookie!
You just made up for your base
Go
running
Sharks!
Hey!
Bottom of the third. First home run of the year for the Dodgers. Second home run for Mookie Betts. First home run at Dodger Stadium.
Yes.
Second home run overall for Mookie Betts.
wow.
And now, guess who comes up to the plate?
Oh!
The guy that Pepe does not
God.
like.
We have
Pepe
to,
hates
we have to
Shohei.
wait. No, I know.
Keep
I don't
hating on
hate
him. Go ahead.
I
Keep
don't
hating on
hate Shohei. Just think about it. I mean, they're going to ask him questions like, wasn't he supposed to be his best friend? They said that at one
He
point.
was his best friend.
Okay, so if DeMarco is my best friend, I'm gonna find out what is he doing.
You're going to find out if he worked for the Boston Red Sox?
He
or-
tells me I went to Washington.
Oh.
da, 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 da.
Well, I know my best friends, so I know not to trust what they say. That's why we're
Right,
best friends.
right.
Yeah, but you know that they're not going to tell you a lie by telling you that he went to UCLA.
I'm the guy they lie to the most.
No, but not in that way.
Well, I mean, it does not shock me that a guy lied to Shohei and he bought it.
Right.
That
Obviously,
doesn't surprise
And
me
not
at all.
only that, they're going to ask him, when did you meet him? When did you meet him?
3-0
What
on
did-
Shohei.
You know what I'm saying? When did you meet him? How come he became? When did he become your best friend?
Right.
Things like that. Okay,
sure.
things are gonna come to light.
3-0 pitch to Shohei.
Oh,
Swung on.
that was
And
right
missed.
down the
Yeah.
middle.
He had the green light to go right there. 3-0.
So
3-1
those
pitch.
questions and the lawyers and everybody, they're gonna be asking him questions
that's a big
that are gonna compromise
Big
his answers, Steve.
But what if the easiest answer is Shohei takes ball 4, so he moves to first base following a Mookie Betts home run. Dodgers
And
lead
here
3-0.
comes Friedman.
Try and hold off on the play-by-play.
I'm not really doing it. I'm just summing up a batter.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
That's fine.
So
But here's the thing.
I'm not in that camp, Pepe.
Pepe, have you never
Yeah.
had a friend that lied to you?
Yeah, but not my best friend. My very best friend. Did
Wait.
Because we did a lot of things together.
Did Shohei say this is my best friend, or
He
did
did.
the other guy say
He did.
Shohei's my best friend?
While
That's-
they were together constantly.
Constantly.
And then didn't Shohei had like accountants and things like that?
Sure.
But
Yeah.
because if I'm your best
Freddie.
friend,
Freddie just
Freeman!
went deep. Oh, no.
Warning track.
Go!
Yeah!
This can't be real.
2-run bomb for Freddie Freeman.
Let's go, Freddie!
3 runs altogether
Put on the show,
already.
aren't they? Yeah.
That's now 3 RBIs.
3 altogether.
Yep.
He's going to have so many this year.
So many RBIs.
What,
Dodgers now
137 to
up
go?
5 to
Wow.
137 to go, right? You
Yes.
said 140.
Exactly.
Okay.
There you go.
Might get them all in one game.
By the way, I think it'll be interesting to see, and I think it's going to be very quiet on this Ipe front for a while. I don't think we're going to know anything for a long time. I think we're all going to forget about it to some degree.
I'm with you.
There might be news near the end of the season, at the end of the summer, after the season, but I don't think it's going to affect what we're seeing on the field on a day-to-day basis
No,
with the Dodgers.
it ends one way with this guy in jail.
Well-
The happiest guy in L.A. is your guy, Dave
Yeah.
Roberts. No one's talking about him right now.
Exactly.
right.
No
Oh,
one's
yeah.
talking
And
about
actually,
him.
if we were talking about him, it's
Except
about him
for
saying
Chris,
like
Chris Morales.
he's making moves. He's actually making decisions
Yeah.
that he has to make for the team. He moved Mookie Betts over to shortstop. He moved Yamamoto to the 3rd spot. Like he's just making these different decisions that it's all positive things.
Right.
We're
He's
not-
making them without any help.
Yeah, that's
He's just
far as we know.
completely making things.
Without any
All-
help.
But
it's
we're
all
giving him
him.
credit, right? Don't we
Without
give him
any
credit?
help?
I see what you're doing. I see what you're doing, but
So Dave moved Mookie to short.
that's what I'm.
Just
I want
on
it
his
to be that
own.
way. I want it to be that way.
There was
so
no
yes.
Andrew Friedman.
Andrew Freeman actually didn't know it was going to
He
happen.
didn't
Oh, really?
Just showed up
Really?
at Park
Come
Hill.
on.
He saw
Told
Mookie
him.
at short.
Until Dave told him, he had no idea.
Yeah.
I mean, hey, it's his last year.
Did
He
you
didn't win
already had a
championship. We gotta
martini?
give him
Did you
some
already
credit.
had a martini?
Yeah, you're
No,
talking.
I
You
like
probably
it.
did
I like
because
one.
what you're saying
I'm
doesn't
happy.
make
Hey,
any
this
sense.
is your show too.
By the way, Pepe, you saw the Bob Marley movie, right?
Yes.
His best friend was the guy that was stealing from him, and he had no
It happens.
idea.
By the way, this happens all
happens.
the time.
All the time.
All the time.
All the time. Oh, this is different, though.
I don't want Shohei to be guilty.
Oh, you do.
Right.
No, I don't. I love to see Shohei. I really do. But I have to think and think and think. And the more I think about it, I start saying, well, what about the people around? And the lawyers and the people that are investigating this, do you think they're going to say, oh, I believe you? No, they're going to go around worse than me.
What's that razor thing again that Travis brought up?
Occam's razor.
It seems like
But Occam's razor getting a lot of play on the
the
radio.
farther we get as humans, it's like sometimes the simplest answer is the right answer.
Yeah.
It's not.
Yeah.
Not everything's a conspiracy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Ipe lied about who he was.
But
got
I'm
really
going
close to
to
Shohei.
tell you what can happen, okay? There is a say that in Spanish that says, con dinero baila el perro. And you know what that means
What?
in
Like a
English?
dog?
With the money dances the dog. Which means that whomever has money controls everything. Think about the past. People with money that got away with it.
Right. All right. Dodgers are up 5-0. We're live from Clearman's Galley in San Gabriel. And the house is full. Dodger blue everywhere.
Everywhere.
Hey, right now be caller number 7 at 877-710-ESPN. You win a pair of tickets to Fight Club OC, an amazing night of fights happening Thursday, April 4 at the Hangar in Costa Mesa. Plus, you qualify to win the Tequila Mandala Fight Night experience, which includes ringside tickets, Mandala bottle service, and more. Come on. Caller number 7 right now wins, 877-710-ESPN. And by the way, you can get your tickets to Fight Club OC at SoCalFights.com. Use promo code ESPNLA for $15 off. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you about my friend Jacob Imrani. So I've worked with Jacob for a decade. One thing we're talking about, Carlo is a new dad. Jorge's a new dad, guys we know around here. Jacob is like dad of the year. His kids are everywhere with him. They are super respectful, really smart, great at sport, all that stuff. Jacob's a great dad. And I say that because he's a regular guy. I mean, you call Jacob, they're going to pick up the phone, and you're going to get Jacob. Your case is not going to be farmed out to some lesser experienced attorney. Your case is going to be immediately dealt with by Jacob. He'll deal with the insurance company for you. He will make sure you get doctor's appointments. He will make sure that you get the compensation that you deserve. A lot of attorneys say they'll fight for you. Call Jacob. He'll win for you. 844-24-JACOB. That's 844-24-JACOB. 844-24-JACOB. Or remember,
accident or injury, call Jacob and Ronnie. Call Jacob.
CallJacob.com, and don't forget to follow Call Jacob on Instagram. Go to @call.jacob. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
Greg, and go up to the bar and say, hey, sucker, can I get an ice cold Corona Extra with lime? Corona Extra, the official cerveza of La Vida Más Fina. Find the fine life. Right now, we head back to Clearman's Galley in San Gabriel and back to Mason and DeMarco.
live at Clearman's Galley in San Gabriel, Rosemead Boulevard. The place is packed, and the Dodgers have just given up a home run. Tyler Glasnow gave a home run to Paul Goldschmidt.
Iron Man. Yes, sir.
Dodgers now lead 5-1. We are in the top of the 4th inning right now.
Schmidt was where before St. Louis?
Arizona? Was in Arizona.
Arizona.
Yeah.
That's a big clubber right there.
By the way, if you're here, make sure you grab a Corona Extra. Find the fine life. Live La Vida Más Fina.
Yes.
You dig it, sucker. Yes, sir.
So I wanted to take a minute here while we're watching the Dodgers, talk about what the Lakers have done the last couple of games. They won without LeBron in Milwaukee. They won without AD in Memphis last night. I actually think, and what's the winning streak? Is it 6 now, I think?
They've won 5 in a row.
5 in a row.
And 7 of 10.
7 of 10. I feel like the ship has sort of stabilized.
Oh, what a
great
catch.
diving catch out in right field by Jason Hayward.
That's why it's okay that Mookie left right field.
Right. Hayward is great out there. So I feel like the ship has kind of stabilized.
Yeah.
I feel like they
feel more confident.
I've said this a couple of times this year. They're 2.5 out of the 6. Mm-hmm. It's not impossible for them to get to the 6 and avoid the play-in tournament altogether if they continue to play the way they're playing.
Wow. I guess that says a lot. You go from hoping to now expecting, right?
Right. I mean, in fairness, I've said this before, and then I've retracted it. So I'm waffling on it because I am looking at how they're playing.
You don't trust it.
I don't.
What don't you trust? You don't trust the 2 guys that were out? You don't trust this team? You don't trust the coach?
There was something interesting about last night. They gave up a gigantic lead in the 3rd quarter. I think they were up 26, and it got down to 6.
Yeah, it got close.
Got very
just
close.
Took their foot off the gas kind of deal, like Milwaukee did yesterday. The day before.
I got a theory about that, but go ahead.
I think that second unit for the Lakers is questionable. I think when they've got the right guys on the floor, they are very, very good. I think with Rui, Austin, D'Lo, AD, and LeBron, that is a team that I think can beat anybody except Denver or Sacramento.
That's a tough out for anybody in the postseason.
Yeah.
And the teams you just mentioned, on a bad night, those guys could give anybody problems.
Bergman, do you agree?
Yeah.
Denver or Sacramento are the 2 teams where I think
those are the absolute teams that I don't think they have a chance against.
Yeah, they're like kryptonite. For whatever reason, Sacramento.
I think there's other teams that would really push them and probably beat them as well. But in a 7-game series, like Dallas, I think is playing really, really well. And that team could give fits and would probably take them to 7 and maybe even beat them. But no, not really anybody else. Not the Thunder or the Clippers or the Pelicans. So getting to the 6 for them is massively important because if they get to the 6, then they win. They play the winner of the 2-7. And they don't have to see Denver until the final.
Right, and potentially they got Oklahoma City in the first round, which
in order to get to the 6, in reality, they're going to have to beat first Golden State if the season ended today.
Yeah,
they have
correct.
to beat
you're saying if they wind up in the 9,
the
they have got to beat Golden State.
They can't get to the 6 if the season ended today. It's not possible.
No, it is. It won't be possible.
They can either be the 8 or 7.
It won't be possible. But in order to get higher, they're going to have to beat Golden State and keep on winning.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I'm trying to tell you.
Yeah.
And they're not going to get to the 6. No.
You don't believe they're going to get to the 6?
No,
you can't.
No, they're going to.
They can't if it ended today.
Oh.
Yeah, if it ended today. But the thing is, they're playing good.
Yeah.
5 wins, and the win against Milwaukee was really good.
Really
now,
good win.
The second unit, is not that good. But how many players are injured?
I mean, we can't go to the injury game.
You're not allowed to use injury as an excuse. Everybody's dealing with injuries all over the place. And the injuries, you could say, for the Lakers are, AD is generally healthy, 53 minutes the other night. Against Milwaukee, really long night, and sat out last night. LeBron delivered last night. I think, generally speaking, the people who are waiting around and saying, when Gabe Vincent gets there, when Jared Vanderbilt gets, I don't think
Vanderbilt will be very important.
You can't count on either of those guys.
It will be very important.
If
he comes back for the playoffs, it's going to be really good.
But you're saying if he does come back for the playoffs, he still has to get into game shape again because right now he's not. He's going to be out for way too long to be fully in game shape. And same with Gabe Vincent. Gabe Vincent's played like 5 games.
I'm not talking about Vincent. I'm
but
talking
he's
about
supposed to come back Sunday.
Look, Vando's their second best defender. If he comes back, it's a huge bonus.
It is, but he, again, has to get into game shape. He's not going to be able to play for enough time that you need
and
to make a difference.
By the way, there are conflicting reports about whether there's even a chance he comes back.
Right.
I've seen, yes, he's going to come back at some point. I've seen, no, they've written him off for this. So I don't know what the truth is there. But I think we have to plan for no Vando.
What is the most important thing right now for the Lakers?
Defense.
To keep on winning.
Defense.
To keep on winning.
Yep.
They have to.
Correct.
If they keep on winning, they're going to go in the play-in.
Okay.
Okay. If they lose, chances are that Houston keeps on winning, and then
let me throw something. Let me throw something at you. Let me throw something at you.
Go ahead.
There you go, Glasnow.
Tyler Glasnow gets out of that. Dodgers 5-1, going to the bottom of the 4th. So I think that I looked this morning. If you look at just the Western Conference, where do you think the Lakers rank offensively in the Western Conference?
They're probably offensively.
Offensively,
I would say probably like
mid-pack.
5th, 6th.
5th, 6th. Pepe,
About 4.
3rd,
7.
Third. They're
Third.
scoring.
Wow.
They're scoring a lot of points.
Yeah.
But
where are they
defense is also-
defensively?
yeah.
Okay. Where are
Not
they
third.
defensively in the Western Conference?
Probably around 14.
Definitely not third.
Yeah.
13th. You're right.
Yeah,
Wow.
they're not
so,
great defensively.
So to me, right now is about grinding defensively and finding a way to keep scores down. They can score with anybody. They are electrifying, I think, offensively. Defensively, they just go to sleep sometimes. We haven't seen it in a couple of games. And if you look at just this 5-game winning streak, I think things have come together in a good way. But I still believe defensive focus is going to be the most important thing down the stretch.
I think they're focusing very well.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
They're playing a little bit better defense in general.
Yep.
Okay.
Against Milwaukee, they have played great defense, especially in the second half.
That's right.
Yep.
And then they won that game, and nobody was expecting for them to win the game.
No, they had to come back from 19 down twice. That's just not going to happen very often.
Schedule-wise, Pepe, this next game I think is tough.
Is the hardest.
Indiana is the highest scoring team in the league. Mm-hmm. You got to be able to score with them. At India, then at Brooklyn, at Toronto, at Washington is a really good stretch.
If you win tonight, you can win 9, 10 in a row.
Yes.
Not very easily, but
it's tomorrow night, right?
Tomorrow night, Friday. Yeah.
Tonight they're not going to win because they don't play.
Yeah.
Right. They just played back-to-back. They don't play 3 in a row.
By the way, Bergman, I see you on Cut.
Oh, yeah.
The new app, Cut, K-U-T-T, that we've all been using.
Yeah, so I made a bet. I'm a little worried about one of the bets I made.
Yeah.
I took the under on 8.5 runs for this Dodger game. It's already at 6.
Under?
I took the under.
Where are we at now?
6 already.
Oh, yeah.
It's
No,
going
you're in
to
trouble.
rocket.
Yeah, I'm in trouble on that
Now,
one.
I have a bet on the Dodgers minus 1.5 on the run line. I feel pretty good about that.
I feel great about that. I have that one as well, but I saw you did it too. We actually put it into the ESPN LA group. So
yes, we did.
I made that bet and put it directly into the ESPN LA group. So if you join, you can actually take our bets.
And I'll tell you I've got a bunch of bets that I'm going to go online with. I'm 11-4 picking NCAA tournament games against the spread.
No way.
Yeah. 11-4. You know how I'm doing it?
How?
I'm reading blurbs, just blurbs about teams. Like just
going
a little
with it real
blurb,
quick?
and I'm like, oh, that sounds good.
I like that.
I'll go with that
Done.
one.
Okay.
So I'm going to bet all 4 tournament games tonight, including the ones at Crypto. Arizona's playing tonight, and North Carolina's playing tonight at Crypto.com Arena in the Western Regional Finals, I guess. Western Regional Finals. All right, so Dodgers are up 5-1. Adrian Beltre threw out the opening pitch.
Yeah,
for a strike.
Well, I would hope so.
Yeah.
Guy played third base his whole career.
And he hasn't been gone that long.
No.
Yeah.
Hall of
Adrian
Famer.
Beltre, great player.
Hall of Famer.
Yeah,
Adrian
Hall of
Beltre.
Famer, exactly. All right, coming up next for you, I want to I've got the over-under win totals for every team in the NFL.
No way.
For
Okay.
next year. I want to bounce those off you, including the Rams.
Where are the Rams? Okay.
I will tell you.
All right.
Coming up, Pepe Mentilla's here. DeMarco Farr's here. Greg Bergman's here. We're live at Clearman's Galley in San Gabriel, 710 ESPN.
After LAFC's dominant win over Nashville, it's safe to say Bawanga is back.
Goal! It's in! It's 2-0! Oh, welcome to the 2024
2 goals for Bowanga and 5 total for the black and gold.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
3, 2, 1. Yeah. Next up, LAFC visit the Colorado Rapids. Coverage begins Saturday at 12:30 p.m. on the home of the black and gold, 710 ESPN and the ESPN LA app.
Galley in San Gabriel, 7215 Rosemead Boulevard. Come on down. Watch the game with Mace DeMarco and Corporate Greg, and go up to the bar and say, "Hey, sucker, can I get an ice cold Corona Extra with lime?" Corona Extra, the official cerveza of La Vida Más Fina. Find the fine life. Right now, we head back to Clearman's Galley in San Gabriel and back to Mason and DeMarco.
All right, and we today are brought to you by Corona Extra, the official cerveza of La Vida Más Fina. Find the fine life. Go grab yourself a Corona Extra at the bar right now if you're in the building. All right, so the Dodgers have started their, they started technically in Seoul, but it feels like opening day to me. They lead 5-1, top of the 5th inning over the Cardinals, and it's DeMarco, it's Bergman, it's Pepe, and now we welcome to the show the great Jeff Passan. Jeff, welcome. How are you, man?
Boy, that sounds like a real applause. Congratulations on that.
It is.
Yeah.
It is. It was.
We got a full house, people watching the Dodgers here. So I guess we got to start with the Shohei story. What do you think the next happening is? In other words, what's the next thing to be revealed, the next shoe to drop? Do you know?
You know, that's a really great question, and I wish I had an answer for that. I think one thing that would provide a lot of clarity is to know who they referred a potential criminal case against Ippei Mitsuhara to, which agency out there is going to be investigating. And I think that's important because right now we have only Shohei Ohtani's word. And I understand that there's no good incentive for him to lie about this because, you know, if you're lying and you get caught in that lie, it is even worse and makes you potentially liable for it. But it would be nice to know that, in fact, even if Ohtani's camp does say that they have talked with authorities on this, who are the authorities and what sort of investigation are they going to be doing? Because having a validation of that story from police or from some other sort of criminal investigation unit would go, I think, a long way to allaying fears and concerns that what he's saying, his version of the story, might not hold up.
Yeah. It's a fascinating story. I have a feeling it's going to be quiet for a little while the feds do their investigation. And you're right. If somebody's lying, we're going to find out. The feds are going to know. There's no hiding it. They start looking at bank accounts and IP addresses and all that kind of stuff. They're going to figure out exactly what happened and what went down. So I hope Shohei's story is true. You know, my biggest concern for the Dodgers, Jeff, is that Yoshinobu Yamamoto had a rough spring. 8.38 ERA. Had a rough start, lasted just an inning and sold. They paid him $325 million, and we've yet, granted super early, we've yet to see him effective against major league hitters. What's your view of Yamamoto? Is he a guy that's going to figure this out and be successful this year?
I have no doubt that Yoshinobu Yamamoto is going to be a really good big league pitcher. I think sometimes when guys come over from Japan, it takes them a little while to figure out who they are in the big leagues. And what I mean by that is Yamamoto's stuff is spectacular, but you got to understand what kind of mix of stuff you're going to have approaching big league hitters who are different than hitters in Nippon professional baseball. You know, the fastball played over there. The fastball is not going to play quite as well against big league hitters who, frankly, see 97 and just sort of go, okay. Like, we see bigger fastballs than that all the time. There were 65 guys who threw 100-plus miles per hour last year in the big leagues out of,
wow.
It's like 10% of big league pitchers can hit 100 now. So it's a ridiculous number. And so while the fastball may not be as effective against major league hitters, I think the splitter is going to be an absolute weapon for him. I think the curveball is going to be interesting to see. I don't know how that's going to play because slower curveballs tend not to be as effective in the big leagues as they are in Japan. But once he finds that mix, and I think that's, as much up to Mark Pryor and to Will Smith calling the game and to the others who are going to be involved in the process there. And the Dodgers have a lot of extraordinarily smart people in the organization who can help him figure out how to get that mix and really make it so that he's the best version of himself. Once he figures that out, I think he's going to be just fine. And I am not panicking at all about Yamamoto, not worried, not concerned, nothing of the like, because I think the stuff is still world-class good.
Yeah, Jeff Passan from ESPN is with us. Mason and Ireland show. DeMarco Farr is here. We're live at Clearman's Galley in San Gabriel. Mookie Betts just committed an error at shortstop. He obviously started at second base, moved to short, slid over with Gavin Lux now at second base. Defense is obviously incredibly important. The Dodgers are very focused on it. Is Mookie normally a guy when he gets to 31 years old is looking to shift from shortstop to the outfield, not vice versa? What do you think of this move, and is Mookie going to settle into this position defensively?
I think it's really risky, and I think if there's one thing about the Dodgers that concerns me this year, it is their left side of the infield defense. I mean, Max Muncy is nobody's idea of Brooks Robinson, and Mookie Betts has never played shortstop full-time at the professional level before. And you're right. It's normally guys going from the middle infield to the outfield at this age, not in reverse. You just don't see something like this happen. Now, we're talking about a Hall of Famer in Mookie Betts. So it's one of those, if anyone can do it, he's the guy to do it. But it's clear that this is going to be something that's worth keeping an eye on. The only thing I think, Mason, is that like they're so good at everything else. Are we just picking nits at this point? I mean, when you compare them to the Atlanta Braves, maybe, but when you compare them to everybody else, the left side of the infield defense is a first world problem. And the Dodgers, I think, as we've seen evidence today and are going to see throughout the season, they're going to be able to hit their way and pitch their way through a lot of problems.
I'm just here for the Ohtani show, just like everyone else. His first at bat, everybody's on their feet in here in the stadium. It was great. Am I wrong not to care? As long as this guy didn't bet on his own team or on baseball, I could really care less what happened with that whole situation. Am I wrong in feeling that way?
You can feel how you want to feel, and that's not my way of trying to avoid the question necessarily. Here's what I will say. Gambling is legal in 38 of 50 states, and just because California has been slower than others to legalize it doesn't make the act of placing bets on sports any worse in California morally or objectively than anywhere else. So, yes, I totally understand your perspective on that and would be inclined to agree with it. The one thing that I will say is that as somebody who is in the spotlight, not just in the United States, but around the world, as truly a global figure, Shohei Ohtani understands, or perhaps needs to understand, that surrounding yourself with people who make you look good and who help not just your image, but the way you live and improve it is a vital part of superstardom. And that, if his story is in fact true, that I think is going to be the biggest takeaway from this and the biggest lesson that he learns, that, hey, he needs to, as careful as he needs to be even more so, because something like this has the ability not just to, hinder and hamper his season, but to affect that of the teammates around him, who he's trying to be a force of good for, not the alternate.
National League West is interesting. You've got the Arizona Diamondbacks there, who obviously had huge success last year.
It's a ridiculously good
and you've also
division.
got San Francisco. San Francisco added Blake Snell. San Diego, not bad. I mean, who's playing for second in that division?
I think that Arizona is probably the favorite at this point, because when you can go out and poach Jordan Montgomery on the eve of the season on a one-year deal, no less.
Shohei Ohtani just singled up the middle, by the way.
Yeah, of course he did.
Sorry about that.
No, it's interesting. I'll get back to the West question in a second, but I want to bring up this point.
Yeah.
A lot of people, either whether it's on ESPN, podcast, radio, have been asking me, how do you think Shohei Ohtani is going to handle this? And I was like, handle it? The guy has 50 people from Japan trailing him every day, looking for the tiniest morsel of information to report back to a country that treats his every move like it's practically a god on earth right now. So if Shohei Ohtani, if anyone is built to deal with distractions or with people poking around his life from the outside, it is Ohtani. So no, I am not surprised that in his 2 at-bats today, he has 2 hits, and that over the first 3 games, he's hitting .417. That's what I expect of him. I expect of the rest of the West, the Diamondbacks, they're going to be really good, I think. I think it's a better team than the one that swept the Dodgers and made it to the World Series last year. The Giants are clearly very improved, and even before they got Blake Snell and Matt Chapman, they'd added Jorge Soler, Jung-Ho Lee, Jordan Hicks. They've done a very good job of remaking that team through free agency, and I don't think you can sleep on the Padres. They stunk last year compared to what the expectations were, and they traded Juan Soto, but getting Dylan Cease really stabilizes that rotation, and I think Fernando Tatis Jr. is in line to have a big, big season.
The one thing that came from last year more than anything, I think, is that baseball really revolutionized. The new rules changed the way we approach games now. You're talking about, I go to NFL games all the time, 3.5 hours for an NFL game. You go to the NBA, particularly the last 2 minutes last 25 minutes. In terms of baseball now, games really fly. I think it has changed the way people view the game. Do you agree?
It should. I mean, it's like, listen, you can give me a 4-hour baseball game, and I will love every minute of it, but I know I'm the exception, not the rule. I understand. I have a 16-year-old who plays baseball and who, in the middle of a 3.5-hour baseball game, would just be like, ugh, end this. And I get it. I do. So to have the average game time near 2.5 hours, I think it was, as much as anything, a sign that Major League Baseball was listening to its fans, and not necessarily the hardcore fans who are going to watch it regardless of how long it is, but to those casual fans who look at their time, understandably, as extremely valuable, look at the number of entertainment options there are out there and realize that they're in abundance, and understand that baseball it's a commitment. Like, if you're going to root for a baseball team, It's 162 nights
Yep.
a year that you're going to be spending, 4+ hours watching the game pre, post, and the regular game itself. This gives, I think, people a much better use of their time, and they don't feel like they're wasting it because guys want to adjust their batting gloves or because pitchers want to sit there and pull up Pedro Baez and just stare at the batter like he's in love with him.
Right.
Wow. If you're going to make the game shorter,
Yeah.
make the cups bigger for the
Cups bigger for the beer to go along
Makes
with
the
the
time
shorter
I need
games.
bigger cups.
Save
beer.
time. Yeah, that's a very good point.
Just saying.
Hey, Jeff, are we going to talk to you on a regular basis this year on Mason and Ireland? Can we get you back?
I look forward to it.
Awesome.
Amen. Yes, sir.
Thank you, Jeff.
Gentlemen, it's a
There's
pleasure.
Jeff
Thanks for having me.
Passan from ESPN. Happy opening day, man. Dodgers up 5-1. Shohei Ohtani 2 for 3 now, a double and a single just here in the 5th inning. Dodgers have a runner on first, and they've looked very, very good today.
Yeah, they haven't. By the way, this is what you're going to see a lot of. It is the 5th inning, and Miles Mikolas, who's the number 1 starter for the Cardinals, is out of the game.
Yeah.
That was trash talk guy, right?
They worked him hard.
He had 30 pitches in the first inning or right around there, and he's already out of the game before the 5th inning is even over. This is going to happen a lot, and you're going to get into the bullpen a lot and very early.
And the other thing, by the way, to keep an eye on with the Dodgers is they're going to work deep into counts, as you're talking, Greg. That's why starters aren't going to last very long. And their on-base percentage, those top 3 guys on base percentage, going to be ridiculous. 360, 370. Yep. I mean, they're going to get on base all the time. All right, so we're keeping you up to date on what's going on with the Dodgers. They're up 5-1 at Dodger Stadium over the St. Louis Cardinals. We are live at Clearman's Galley, Rosemead Boulevard, San Gabriel. Brought to you by Yeah, let me try that again. Can we edit that out?
Hey, cut that, Brian.
Brought to you by Corona Extra. Find the fine life. Live La Vida Más Fina. All right, we're coming right back, keeping you up to date on the Dodgers, Clearman's Galley, 710 ESPN. All right, so my favorite casino and the only place I play poker is Commerce Casino. And I'm not bluffing here. You'll see me at the tables. The Commerce Casino and Hotel, biggest poker room in the world. Documented, legit, biggest poker room in the world. And there's no better place to play in SoCal. Always a seat at Commerce, no matter what your game, and maybe if you play Hold'em, maybe you'll even see me at the tables. The poker action never ends at Commerce this year alone. The Commerce Casino is paying out over $20 million in jackpots, great food at Commerce, amazing staff, beautiful hotel rooms, daily tournaments, and the Commerce Casino and Hotel is the home for Mandy's 3 this coming June. Commerce Casino, 6131 Telegraph Road in Commerce. For more information, visit commercecasino.com. That's commercecasino.com. And I will see you at the Commerce, Mason, Ireland, 710 ESPN.
I get an ice cold Corona Extra with lime? Corona Extra, the official cerveza of La Vida Más Fina. Find the fine life. Right now, we head back to Clearman's Galley in San Gabriel and back to Mason and DeMarco.
All right, we are back live, and the Dodgers are up 5-1 in the 6th inning. Now, Tyler Glasnow having a very efficient game. He did give us the one home run, but he looks good right now. A little work in the bullpen. Lefty Ryan Yarborough is up, so we'll see how long Tyler Glasnow goes in his first home start of 2024.
Look, if he goes 6 innings and he only gives up 2 hits and one
Fantastic. That's beautiful.
Is a home run, fine.
Yeah,
and it's a solo home run, So that's
where's your Dodger
totally
weakness?
doable.
Did
And there's
Passan
another
answer for
strikeout.
you? Left side of the infield.
Left side of the infield,
That's
he
your
concerned me.
What about bullpen?
Bullpen, I feel pretty good about.
Okay.
I feel pretty good about. I think Yarborough's going to be an interesting lefty down there. I really love that they signed Ryan Brazier, who came on last year and pitched really, really well.
Yeah.
Joe Kelly back now. Daniel Hudson back from injury.
Which is crazy that he's back.
Yeah. And still have Evan Phillips at the closer role. He's going to get a bunch of saves this year.
I like what Passan said about Yamamoto.
Yeah, I do too.
Yeah, I mean that's good. You're making me worry about him coming out of spring training.
Why me?
Because you're like he's struggling. It's
well, he did.
He's third in the rotation.
He got moved to third in the rotation.
You're making me nervous, but he's making me feel optimistic.
Yeah, no. Passan says it's going to take a little adjustment for him, but he's going to be great.
No, I totally believe that too. Passan's right. I believe that as well. But he has to get used to the American game, and it's going to be different because all those guys that are in Japan that he was striking out are like
here.
They're not here. They're not at the same level. So, from what I understand, it's a smaller ball in Japan too.
Yeah.
So he has just a little bit bigger of a ball. So
just an
to
adjustment.
get that grip. Yeah. So once he gets that down, he'll be perfectly fine.
By the way,
he better be. It's a $325 million contract.
Right
He better be.
He will. He will.
I understand. I will, but he better be.
There's Sandy Koufax is at the game today.
Good.
The great Sandy Koufax.
But yeah, the great Sandy Koufax, exactly. You know, I met Sandy. Have you met Sandy Koufax?
Yes.
Have you?
No, never.
I haven't.
Oh my God. I was so nervous when I met Sandy Koufax because it's like Sandy Koufax.
It's right. Yeah.
Right. I mean, it's like legendary, and he's very quiet. Right.
Yeah.
You don't know much about Sandy Koufax on purpose. Now, there's a book about Sandy Koufax written by an author named Jane Levy, and it's a biography of Sandy Koufax. He did not participate in it.
Wow.
But he told all of his friends, I trust Jane Levy. You can talk to her. Wow. So his story it's the most complete story of Sandy Koufax, the Jane Levy book about him.
That's interesting. But why is it okay for us to not know anything about Sandy Koufax?
Thank you. And you don't know anything about...
And we don't know anything about Shohei. It's like, that's weird. That's so odd.
And
why
by the
don't
way,
we know anything about Shohei?
What's great about Sandy Koufax is he's got a mystique. There's some mystery there. I want there to be some mystery around Shohei Ohtani.
What are you talking about? What did I miss?
So people like Travis and
okay, go ahead.
Travis, we should know more anecdotes about Shohei.
About Shohei.
Yeah, we should know more about him. No, we shouldn't.
Already?
Yes. Right now we should know. In 6 years in the league, we should know more about
Shohei.
Shohei.
Why do we don't know anything? Why?
Yeah,
because he holds back.
He's a private person. He's not going to post what he had for lunch on his Instagram stories.
Well, obviously.
But Mason just said we didn't know anything about Sandy Koufax.
What do you know about Sandy?
Tell me what you know about Sandy.
He's a mystery.
Besides the fact that he's Jewish.
Sandy.
He was a great pitcher.
Yeah.
Think about
that
too. Sandy did after his playing career has not done interviews
at all.
But
to me, that's mystique. That's mystery. That's what Shohei's got.
But what did you say about the book? That he approved what everybody said.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Why? Because the guy is quiet.
Correct. He's quiet.
Remember what I said on my speech
about a mirror?
Yes, I remember your. His speech at the Hall of Fame.
The mirror and my field of dreams was when Sandy Koufax was sitting next to me in the dugout of the Dodgers.
Sure.
Why? Because he's my really super favorite player of all time.
Did you say something to him?
He came and sat down, and somebody was there, and he said, hi. I turned around, and I was like,
wow.
Right. I was
Good
a little.
for you.
I don't get starstruck a lot, but I was starstruck by Sandy Koufax just because of the mystery around.
Yeah.
Do you get star?
Sometimes I get star.
Shut up over there.
Sometimes I get starstruck.
No more martinis for you.
I love it.
And we'll edit that out of the podcast.
No more martinis.
But I was going to say, baseball greatness is like the most terrifying of all sports, don't you think?
I believe it is.
Yeah, I mean, you meet greats in basketball. They're personable for the most part, unless you bump into Bill Russell or Kareem on a bad day.
Yeah.
Football players, gregarious. Baseball players, my God.
Yeah, no.
They are scary.
It's tough working in the locker room. When I used to work for Spectrum and I did what Alana Rizzo used to do and what I'm sorry, who's the
Kristen Watson.
Kristen Watson. So I did that a couple of times. It is difficult getting players to talk, even if you're like the home team station.
Big
I
time.
remember begging Jimmy Rollins to do an interview because they told me, go get Jimmy Rollins. And Jimmy was like, I couldn't get him. I couldn't convince him. Baseball locker rooms are tough to work.
Okay, answer me this. Tell me how you feel. Either they are just closed off, they don't want to let you in, or they're afraid of what's inside is going to get out. Like, you're going to really realize that all I can do is hit or pitch. Like, I can't really form a sentence here.
Well, it's interesting because you don't think of baseball in terms of great personalities. Great personalities in baseball are basically come from playing style, right? So Ronald Acuna is a phenomenal player to watch.
Yep.
And his personality really comes from that, the joy he plays with and the stolen base. I had like 60-plus stolen bases last year, maybe even 70-plus. I mean, so style-wise. But you're right, baseball players we know less about than we do about big stars in other sports. We know everything about NBA players.
But they're Mariano Rivera, for instance.
Yes.
Okay. Mariano Rivera was an excellent pitcher and an excellent person. Every time that I talked to him, it was fantastic.
Right.
Okay, fun.
Raul Mondesi, forget it.
Yeah.
not
I've heard he was a kind of a bad guy.
There you go.
Rosie, bad dude?
That's what I heard.
Oh,
Like, not bad dude doing bad things. Like, he just wasn't nice.
Not a nice guy.
Didn't deal with the media.
What's his name? Reggie Jackson. Scary.
Yeah.
If you're in a room with him, scary.
Although, you know what's funny is then I love the guys that hate the media. Then when their career's over, they join the media.
Like A-Rod?
Nomar Garcia-Parra.
Nomar. Okay, that makes sense.
When the famous one, Kirk Gibson.
Oh, my God.
He was a red ass.
Wow.
And ended up in the media.
I love that.
No,
Yeah.
I was afraid of Kirk Gibson. Yeah, you're right.
Well, he was a scary
guy. Yeah.
Very scary guy.
Remember Greg Maddux?
Yeah.
Sure.
I could watch him pitch all day long, even right now on YouTube.
The professor.
Yes. See him on
amazing.
a podcast. You'll be asleep in 7 seconds.
Oh, is that right?
Oh,
Yeah.
my God.
Probably so boring. But
Oh, my goodness. He's looking off into space and just talking.
By the way,
Yeah.
credit to Oral Hershiser because he, again, has that pitcher's mind, but a great personality, a really interesting guy, a fun guy to listen to. He and Joe Davis, I think, have great rapport together.
Yeah.
But he doesn't put anybody to sleep. Oral's interesting.
He's fun.
Yeah.
Is that Joe Davis pulling it out of him, or is that just him in general? Because I think it's the two of them working. I don't hear it as much with Steven Nelson when Steven Nelson.
I don't either.
It's because of Joe.
Although Steven Nelson's voice sounds a lot like Joe Davis'
and that's
voice.
bad for
But
Steven
no,
Nelson,
it's
unfortunately.
Oral. Because Oral, besides all of that,
Yeah.
he's a very down-to-earth guy.
Yeah.
Yes.
Very down-to-earth.
Yes.
He talks to everybody.
Well, to Travis's point, I have no desire to know that much about Shohei. I just
Right.
want to see him perform. And I hope
Long
people
fly
aren't
ball.
gone and
That's
trying
going
to
to go
find
for at
anything.
least a double.
There
Yeah.
we go, Teoscar. I think that's his first hit.
Teoscar Hernandez.
Yeah.
Is that his first hit as Dodger? Did he not have one in Seoul?
I
He has
do
two
not
strikeouts
recall.
today.
I was not up at 3 a.m. for those games.
Are you going to pry into Shohei's personal life? Like, do you care? Do you need to know everything about this
No.
guy?
No.
I don't want to know anything. I want him to be a great mystery.
That's
a
it.
riddle wrapped in a mystery, wrapped in an enigma.
That hits home runs. I
Yeah,
like that.
exactly.
I
Yeah.
want it to come out that he did nothing, and that's
I
it.
do want that.
I just want it to be over.
Yeah,
that's it.
Me
Okay.
too.
That I
But
think
No,
would
no,
help.
you don't like Shohei.
No. You always do this. You always do this.
Why do you not
But you
like
know what?
Shohei?
You don't scare me. You don't scare me at all.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't think I scare you.
Pepe,
You don't
we
scare
love
me.
taking you out of context. It's awesome. Again, we are
Janessa.
live at Clearman's Galley, Rosemead Boulevard in San Gabriel, brought to you by Corona Extra. Find the fine life, live La Vida Mas Vida, based in Ireland, 710 ESPN.
chokehold on Patty Mills.
Yep.
And got a technical.
Ejected,
Got ejected. And then yesterday, he got ejected in something like in less than 4 minutes for getting 2 technical fouls.
Yeah.
This guy learned absolutely nothing.
No, I think he has impulse control issues. I don't think they're going to go away. I know they've worked with him on it. Even last night, Steve Kerr, after the game, says it was his fault. He deserved it. There was no question about it. He went after that ref the second time. And by the way, the weird thing about Draymond is that once he gets a technical, he ramps up even more and always gets that second technical and ejection. I can't imagine that he is going to be on that Golden State team next year.
I hope not.
Go ahead.
He's making me feel bad for Steph Curry. He really is.
Yep.
Did you see Steph's reaction?
Oh, yeah. Steph was
just like
so not
The
having
guy's
it.
doing everything he can to get this team over the hump, and you've got somebody that just blows it in the first, 3 minutes? That's just insane. A guy you're supposed to trust that understands what you're doing.
Do you agree that the guy needs help?
Well,
Yes.
I mean, he supposedly already had help
Supposedly
this
he's
year.
had help multiple times.
And then he's not going to change. What do you do? Should he still be on these teams? Because he's a danger to people on the floor right now.
Well,
it's crazy to say it, but he's actually.
Well, he's not the first.
I would say not
he's
a
not the
danger.
first
I mean,
basketball.
look, he just put a chokehold on Patty Mills.
Yeah,
he did the same thing to other guys. He did Rudy Gobert and to
Right,
other
the
people.
Rudy Gobert
But he's
thing,
not
I
the
get
first
it.
hard-nosed,
No. Yeah,
blood
that was
guts guy
like
in the
80s,
NBA.
90s.
But
They took that out.
But I'm shocked the Warriors keep putting up with this stuff. That's what I'm shocked by.
It's starting to put in question Steph's leadership abilities, and that's where
No.
people are
Steph cannot control Draymond. You can't expect
I agree.
Steph to
I'm not
control
saying
Draymond.
that. I'm saying that people online are starting to go after Steph's leadership ability.
Well,
I
they
What
saw
is
it all
he
over.
going to do? This guy is going crazy.
So
He's
what?
the only-
there's
Steph
nothing
is
he
the only
doesn't
reason
do.
they're winning games
Don't
right
put it
now.
on
What do you
Steph.
do with him? I'm not putting on Steph.
Put it
That's
on. Put it on Steve Kerr. He's the coach.
So what do you do with Draymond? You let him finish out the year? Be like, all right, fine. You can just go ahead and chokehold whoever you want.
What they do with Rodman?
By the way,
He
I don't
got
think
they suspended.
he
They
didn't.
suspend- yeah,
he did
okay.
not get suspended for the Patty Mills incident.
No, he did not. But I mean, it hasn't come out yet. It was 2 days ago.
Yeah,
Who
I
was
mean,
that handled Rodman in San Antonio? Was it John Lucas that sat him down? Like, if you keep acting this way, you're just not going to play for me.
You can correct me if I'm wrong, but when Rodman was in L.A., he got suspended multiple times.
Yeah.
Well, and Draymond has been ejected. How many times do you think?
In his career?
It's ridiculous.
No, this year.
This year, probably already 5. I don't
5
know.
is the number. Yeah,
And every time he gets kicked out, it improves his brand. When he retires, he'll be the #1 podcast as soon as he retires.
Is that good? Is that good to have?
I mean, if that's what you're thinking long term, it seems like the guy wants to get tossed because it helps. People are talking about him.
The weird thing about him is he's so good on his podcast.
Yep.
He's so good as an analyst when he shows up on TNT. He's going to be great. For whatever reason, he just cannot control himself.
So what do you think? Is he doing this on purpose, or he just?
No, I think he can't control
I
himself.
think he's just, it's unchecked.
Once
he
he
is
gets there,
flamboyant and uncoachable. There you go.
he sees red, and that's it. He's done. He's in another world, and that's why I say it's. I know it's going overboard to say he's a danger, but when he sees red and he starts getting his arm around your neck and bringing you down to the floor when you're in the air, that's dangerous.
But there's a part of him that thinks he's doing it for the right reason. That's the thing that's right.
That's scary.
He thinks he's doing it for his team. That's the thing.
But
when I'm getting thrown out, when I'm being the tough guy, when I'm being the enforcer, when I'm doing X, Y, and Z, he thinks he's doing it for them, like a hockey enforcer.
But these guys take medication for that, right?
Sure.
Okay, isn't he taking the medication?
I don't think he's crazy.
We don't know. I mean,
that's him.
Look,
remember what
Draymond's
happened
crazy.
to Tyson?
Yes.
Okay, so Tyson now is a normal
Boy, I don't
guy.
think Draymond is nuts. He's not getting in trouble off the court. You know, he's not going to bars and flipping over tables.
No, he's doing his podcast. He's doing his analyst work. I mean, for whatever reason, he can't control himself. Now, is there a mental health issue there? Probably. I mean, he's got impulse control stuff. They have said they've put him in a program for that. It hasn't done any good.
He needs a different kind of program.
Yes, he does. Yes, he does.
Needs to be suspended.
Yeah,
Sit his butt down for a while.
He's going to be suspended.
Here, this is how you handle Draymond.
I don't think he'll be suspended for last night.
No, but
for Patty Mills, he probably will be.
Wouldn't we know by now?
I mean, he's played in the next game. Something's going to come down. Adam Silver has to do something. Getting ejected in 2 games in a row?
That's what you do to people like Draymond, is you take basketball from them.
Well, if he gets suspended again, it's going to go longer. He got suspended indefinitely. They brought him back after, 15 games, I think it was? 15,
and then
20.
he was suspended 5 games.
And then and he's going to get suspended again. It doesn't change anything.
But you'd love him on the Lakers.
No, I don't want him on the Lakers.
Yes, you would. You'd love him on the
Draymond
Lakers.
on Golden State is different than Draymond on any other team.
You would love him.
I fully believe that.
He's the ultimate team guy.
By the way, jump in here. Dodgers now up 6-1. Clean inning for Ryan Yarbrough on the 7th. So 7th inning stretch at Dodger Stadium for the home opener. Good day for Ohtani. Good day for actually James Outman had an RBI single. Teoscar Hernandez. Very good day for the Dodgers so far, and they look very good.
That was the question we started the show with. Can he compartmentalize?
Yeah,
and I think he can. Yeah.
Brian hit the what's up pool. What do you got?
All right,
there,
guys. So before the game, Bryan Cranston was out there and announced the Dodgers starting lineup. I missed who threw out the first pitch, but I saw in the Miami game that Neymar threw out the first pitch. Nice little strike there. So my question.
Oh, that's cool.
Would you guys rather be the guy who announces the opening day starting lineup like Cranston did, or would you rather throw out the first pitch? And which one would make you most nervous?
Ooh, that's interesting.
I have avoided throwing out the first pitch repeatedly. That's why I started singing the national anthem at games. I actually find singing the national anthem to be less difficult than throwing out the first pitch.
100%. I did it at a minor league game. It's harder than you think.
Yeah.
You're actually falling off the mound. I was not ready. So, yeah, it was nerve-wracking. I think I'd rather be the guy that announces than going out there zipping a pitch in there.
Me too.
You want to be the announcer? Well, you're an announcer by trade.
Rather than throwing the ball.
Yeah, because if you screw up the first pitch, you're going to get all over social media forever.
50 Cent is less tough because of his first pitch.
Is that the second time in a row they've thrown at Mookie?
They buzzed him, yeah.
Twice in a row.
Yeah.
Get him, Dave.
Come on. All right, so yeah, I would rather announce it. Although I don't speak very well. So.
What's up,
Hey, come on.
All right, guys, want one more?
Yeah, do it.
I got one more for you. So I don't know if you saw this buzzing around the internet, but 7-Eleven announced yesterday of a collaboration with Miracle Seltzer. And the kicker here is the hot dog flavored sparkling water that's going to have hints of ketchup and mustard as well. Perfect for a baseball game, right? Are you ever trying a hot dog flavored drink?
That sounds so disgusting. When you boil, how do they make that? They boil hot dogs and then they mix in some mustard and ketchup. That's the worst sounding.
I don't want to know the details of that.
Yeah, where are they selling that?
7-Eleven.
Oh God,
who's buying it? That's what I want to know.
I'm going to AM PM.
Forever because of that.
I'm off of 7-Eleven now.
Oh my God, hot dog
that's
water.
disgusting. I think all that ballpark food, all the, it's a chicken patty with bacon and honey and all that stuff is just disgusting.
I think the most disgusting thing I ever had was a Krispy Kreme cheeseburger at a ball game.
Yes, that sounds where you cut the donut in half and you put the burger in there.
Yeah.
You could soon get Krispy Kreme at McDonald's as well.
I know they struck a deal. Now that actually is a gigantic hit for both of them.
Oh my God!
It is, but also they need more things that make you fat.
Yeah, they do.
I'm about to open a gym.
Yeah,
right next to every
By
McDonald's.
the way, that's on us.
Yeah,
really is on us.
I had McDonald's yesterday for breakfast.
Yeah.
I'm totally fine.
I have never, ever in my life ate a Krispy Kreme donut.
Never?
Oh, you're missing out, Pepe.
Because the moment
Kreme
that
donut.
they came out, I said, I'm not going to get fat on this.
Yeah, no, it's
oh, you're missing out, bro.
Donuts.
You got to try at least one.
Really fat.
It's heaven.
Donuts are deadly.
Oh my gosh.
By the way, Dodgers up 6-1. Shohei Ohtani at the plate. It is the bottom of the 7th inning. There's a runner on.
Mookie.
1-0 count. Yeah, Mookie's on. And Shohei already is 2 for 3 today.
2 for 2 with a walk.
See, Pepe.
A walk. That's right. 2 for 2.
Pepe. See, this is what I mean. He's not concerned at all about money or what's going on at home. All he's concerned with is hitting. That's what I mean.
Yeah.
That's how guys get duped.
Yeah, you're right.
That's how Tyson gets duped.
Isn't it amazing? Swung on and missed. Isn't it amazing that it is the game started at 1:10 and the current time is 3 o'clock and this game is already in the bottom of the 7th. These games just fly now.
It is amazing.
So you want less?
I love it.
You
And
want
I
less
love it.
sports? Or
What's
you want
that?
it faster? You want sports faster?
I want pace. I want action.
You want
I want
pace.
pace. I want action.
Okay.
Joe Ohtani
Agreed.
down 1-2.
So you got tired and frustrated with guys taking their time.
No.
staring down people?
I could sit at a ballpark all day long, but I also know that the game I love needs to evolve and needs to improve and needs to adapt to a new generation. And I think that's what they've done.
New
I
generation
could sit
of
there all
fans.
day long. I just want everybody to love baseball.
I'm with you. Yeah. I don't think I can take – this is – you asked me when am I going to the Dodgers. I said
Yes.
I have to take my family. I'm not sure if my little girl could sit through 9 innings. I'm not sure if she could sit through 3.
Even though it's this fast.
It's 2.5 hours.
I think for little kids, it's still not going fast
It's still
enough
very
for them.
slow. I totally agree with you.
Can she sit through a
1-2
football
pitch
game?
to Shohei. Foul back.
Can she sit through a football game if we keep feeding her stuff?
A live football game.
If we keep feeding her stuff.
So why is that different than a baseball game? You keep feeding her.
Baseball games are shorter than
They're
NFL
shorter
games.
and they're actually more action.
I'm going to give it a shot. We'll see. Yeah, I mean, if it's shorter, if it's faster, great. I wonder if it can hold her attention. Because I see all of her classmates, they think this fast. They think TikTok now.
1-2 to Shohei. Swung on and missed.
Wow.
He's going to strike out a lot.
Yeah. Dodgers 6-1, bottom of the 7th. We'll keep you up to date on what's going on there. Pepe Mantilla's here. So is DeMarco Farr and Greg Bergman. Again, we are live at Clearman's Galley, Rosemead Boulevard in San Gabriel. Brought to you by Corona Extra. Find the fine life. Live La Vida Mas Fina. Mason, Ireland, 710 ESPN.
7215 Rosemead Boulevard. Come on down. Watch the game with Mace DeMarco and Corporate Greg. And go up to the bar and say, hey, sucker, can I get an ice-cold Corona Extra with lime? Corona Extra, the official cerveza of La Vida Más Fina. Find the fine life. Right now, we head back to Clearman's Galley in San Gabriel and back to Mason and DeMarco.
All right, we're at Clearman's Galley. Dodgers runners at the corners in the 7th inning. They have a 6-1 lead right now. They have looked every bit as good as advertised so far today. Shohei Ohtani with 2 hits, double, single, walk, and a strikeout. That's his day.
I'd like it to stay at 7 runs.
Oh, right. You've got a
All
bet on cut about this game,
I've bet
right?
on cut at under 8.5.
Oh!
Under 8.5? Come on, Max.
So, no, he can get 1 run. He can get 1. That's it, though.
Oh, he can get
no,
one.
I need a home
Go
run.
yard, Max.
I mean, I'd be
go up in
happy with him
flames.
getting a home run. I just lose a little bit of money. Oh,
Up.
and that's a double.
Hey, single. That's going to bring in 1.
Single.
Oh.
All right, see, look, it's 8. It's 8.
That's the limit.
Yeah.
That's the limit.
That's the limit.
Right. If one more run is scored,
Game
in this game,
over.
I lose your bet.
my
Game
bet.
over.
Yeah.
I like it.
But if they score no more, I win.
By the way, people are asking me about Cut, the app Cut.
Yeah.
Download the app. It's KUTT. There's a 10% deposit bonus, and you'll be betting against me and Bergman and everybody else at ESPN LA. Join the ESPN LA group. And by the way, I got a lot of action out there today. I got Arizona minus 6.5. I've got Connecticut minus 12.5. Oh, I've got another bet. Connecticut on the money line. That's a gimme.
He's got a bunch.
New Orleans plus 1.5, and Alabama plus 3.5.
You don't bet at all, huh, DeMarco? Are you a gambler?
Not yet.
Not yet? You wanna get on a cut
It
with us?
seems to be cool, though.
It's
you guys
fun,
are having
man.
fun doing it?
It's fun.
I'm having a blast on this
Yeah.
thing.
Those
so
walls
much
are
fun.
starting to break down. Like, gambling was always bad to me, but I'm like, everybody does it. Why
Plus,
should I?
I always bet a dime. I just
Always.
bet a dime.
Okay.
A dime for him is
dime.
$10.
Wait, which kind of dime?
A dime.
The mob dime or like a real dime?
My
Okay.
dime is $10.
Okay,
I
$10.
bet $10
That's a dime.
on every
All
game.
right.
If you wanted to bet 10 cents, you can.
You can
Yeah,
bet.
you can.
Who's going to
You
take
can.
a 10-cent bet? Come on.
Hey, it's very easy to do it.
Wow. I'm just watching
okay.
Mason. Come on.
Say it again.
I'm just watching you. Like, you're really getting into this.
Oh yeah, I absolutely am.
I like it.
I'm a degenerate all of a sudden. Just a degenerate.
You're gonna
All
turn
right,
into
so
Greg.
DeMarco, I wanted to hit you with something. I've got
Go ahead.
the Vegas over/under numbers for every NFL team.
Yeah. By the way, I almost hurt Pepe, by the way. He asked me about the swivel hip
Oh yeah, Pepe,
Yeah.
the tackle.
tackle.
Did you tackle him?
I showed him, and I didn't know.
DeMarco, I
yeah.
have 2 metal hips.
My bad.
Right.
See,
You
I didn't
almost
know.
took one of them with you.
I did. I
Oh.
tried to show him what the tackle was.
Yeah.
Like, it's easier for me to demonstrate
isn't the
than tell
tackle
you
like
about it.
this?
No, it's
No,
me
no.
grabbing you and twisting your hip and then falling into the back of your ankle.
Yeah, you grab
Okay.
around and just
Yeah.
drop.
It's easier for me to show you, but
Yeah.
I didn't know I almost
It's a
hurt
rugby
Pepe.
Show,
tackle,
show,
right?
Yeah.
You
show
leave
him.
your feet.
Show him like
It
you
only
showed me.
happens 2 or 3
Yeah, go
times a
ahead,
game.
show-
I'm
do
not
it.
going to do
Show
it on
me.
Mace.
No?
No.
Think I'll break?
It only happens 2 or 3 times. Now you
Yeah.
got to be wary of it. They're going to flag you for it,
wrap
just
around,
like horse collar.
You wrap around, turn, and then you leave your feet and just drop down so
Well,
you
I
bring
mean,
the guy down.
it's almost like all you can do. Imagine trying to catch a wild stallion, and all you got is your right hand around its neck.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
Your body's going to swing around to its butt.
Yep.
Yeah.
Right. So now you're going to have to let go and let him go.
Right. Yeah.
Or they're going
If
to
you're
flag you.
losing him, so if you just drop.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's
That's-
dangerous. If you fall on the back of a guy's
Yes.
ankles, you can break his ankle and
Right.
he's out for the year.
But DeMarco, I think we're going to see more yellow flags because a lot of times the refs are going to call it and it's not.
I would
what
coach
is.
it that way. If I was a defensive coordinator, I would say just get the guy on the ground, take the flag. I wouldn't say, like, let him go just to avoid a penalty.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, sometimes you got to do what you got to do.
And
Look,
chances are that they
yeah.
don't throw the
face
flag.
mask has always been illegal, and every now and then that's all you can do to keep the guy from scoring.
And a lot of times
Yeah.
they don't even see it.
Right.
Yeah.
So yeah,
did
it
you
is what
not
it is.
want it to be illegal?
What's that?
Did you not want it to be illegal, the hip drop?
Well, I mean, it's like horse collar. I mean, it's one of those things that just happens in a game, but now you're going to make it illegal.
Shouldn't it be a
It's-
flag?
It's flaggable. Yeah, of course. I mean,
Yeah, but-
guys, you can break a guy's leg that way. You're not trying to.
Yeah.
but
Yeah,
you
I mean,
can.
I watch. If you go
Yeah.
on Twitter, formerly known as X. Oh no, it's the other way. X, formerly known as Twitter. There are lots of examples of exact. Oh yeah, Pepe's pointing at my martini.
That sip of martini.
People are showing examples, putting clips on, and it does look like a really dangerous.
Oh yeah, you can
definitely
literally
lower
break.
body
You can
injury,
end a
right?
guy's season, end his career, mess him up for life by falling down on the back of a guy's heel as he's running.
Okay, while we watch the Dodgers here, I've got the over/under numbers for every NFL team.
Okay, go ahead. Yeah.
Okay. So what do you think the Rams number is for next year?
Over,
under for the Rams.
Wins?
Wins.
9.5.
Bergman?
9.5.
10.
10. They don't
10.
usually go to 10.
Well, 10 and a half. Okay.
No. It had nothing to do with the half. Like 10 is a lot.
Well, they won 10 last year.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah. The
call.
actual number is 8.5.
8.5.
Which
okay.
I think
That
must
seems
be
low.
like the Aaron Donald effect, right?
That's going to hurt, no
Yeah.
doubt, change things. But what I keep hearing is it's Matthew Stafford's durability. That's what I keep hearing.
Yeah,
That's
I know,
why
but
people are scared.
They've fortified that offensive line in a huge way. They've got 2 big
They
tackles
have built
now.
it the way you should build it for a guy like Stafford. From guard to guard, they are huge. They are absolutely huge, and they're paid. I'm glad they're sliding Stephen Avila
To center.
inside. That's a big center. That's great. That's perfect for Matthew
So
Stafford.
now you got Dotson, Jackson, and who's
Bateman?
Bateman, right?
From Detroit.
Yeah,
Right. Yeah.
big,
So you've
yeah.
got 3 big guards, big, huge guys, and a good running game. This
Yeah.
is the exact offense you need to build for a guy
Yeah,
like
by the way,
Matthew Stafford.
you want Kyron Williams on your fantasy team
Correct.
this year.
He's the guy. If he runs like he ran last year, Matthew Stafford will control everything
so
else.
now-
Avila was the left tackle.
He was a
last
left
year.
tackle moves
Left
to center.
guard.
Left guard.
Okay, so who's
yeah.
the tackle this year?
Marco, so
You
now
still got Havenstein. You got Allard Jackson. Yeah.
Yeah, Lark.
so Marco, now they're going to run through the center more.
Correct.
Yeah.
They're not going to do that zone running scheme anymore. It's going to be straight north
I
and
told you.
south.
What's the word for this year?
Duo.
Duo. Duo means we're going right through you.
Yeah.
Zone means we're going outside. So everything is going downhill through you. Perfect for Kyron Williams.
And what is the name of the guy that is coming from UCLA that you would mention that?
Leatu Latu. I mean, if they draft
He's there at 19.
if
Yeah,
he's
if he's
there,
there at 19.
that would be a great.
Okay.
By the way, doesn't
Yeah.
it make sense? They've got now the second least expensive defense in the NFL.
That's insane. I know one guy.
One guy.
One guy
Exactly.
retires. Yeah.
So at this point, that draft pick at 19, almost, I've seen people say, oh, it's going to be Michael Penix. No, I don't think it's going to be Michael Penix.
You got Garoppolo
or
now.
Bo Nix.
Yeah.
You've got your backup. I think it's absolutely going to be a defensive tackle.
Totally.
An
Best-
edge rusher.
I would say, like right now, it's best player available, and if you go by what the draft nicks are saying, it may be an edge guy that's sitting right there at 19, and
Yeah.
you can plug him right in just like Byron Young, and away you go.
Leatu Latu would be great
He'd
on
be
that defensive
fantastic.
line. He is. I watched every single one of his games at UCLA. The guy is a monster.
Yeah.
He's in the backfield every single
That
time.
will be
Double,
great.
triple team. He's a great end.
So what do you think the over-under number is for the Raiders?
Oh God.
Your mighty Raiders.
You say it like that.
The autumn wind blows, and so do the Raiders.
6.5.
6.5. Yeah, I'm gonna go 6.5.
Me too. 6.5.
But
But
they're-
6.5. I mean,
Well,
did you guys see these
it's
numbers?
6.5.
in
No,
advance?
Yeah,
we did
sounds
not.
about
But by
right.
the way, they're going 17-0. We've already
Yeah, of
figured
course.
this
Yeah,
out.
take the Ireland's riff. There you go.
It's not Ireland. This is a Raider riff.
How come you don't
That's nothing
like
to do with
6.5?
Ireland.
What's that?
6.5.
That's
We all
low.
agree.
That's
Yeah.
really,
Oh no,
really low.
I think I would take the under.
No, you go.
I would.
We're
I'd
going
take the
over.
under.
We're going over.
Yeah.
You're not beating
Going
the
over.
Chiefs.
Yeah.
You know that. Right?
They always beat them once. They did last year. Would you have said you're not going to beat the Chiefs last year?
Yeah, I would say that.
And they did.
And the Raiders will
And then
jump
win
and
one.
beat them. But
they always
I
win
would
one.
say from here, you're not beating the Chiefs.
Yeah.
I'd
Even
be
when-
shocked if they lost.
Even
Yeah.
when the Rams weren't good, they beat Seattle when Seattle was good every single year.
True.
It happens all the time. If you're in division, you always
Oh, so
win
you
one.
say the Raiders are going to beat Kansas City?
Once.
I'm
Yes.
saying they're not going to beat Kansas
I don't
City.
think they are.
They
Yeah.
did last year.
I
They're
know.
gonna beat
Christmas,
Denver.
and they beat the hell out of them.
Tell
too.
me, that's old news.
It's all
Raiders?
That's old news.
He says Raiders 10 wins.
10 wins?
That's right,
Yeah.
Casper.
Have
That's
another,
right.
beer.
Taking the
Have
over.
another
By
beer.
the way,
Come on.
Casper has been our security guard at the same time.
Yes,
Casper's
thank
been
you,
great.
Casper.
Crypto Ray has been. I mean,
Where do they
great.
got on the Niners? I'm sorry.
Okay, Niners. Let me see.
Because they're still the boogeyman in the
What do you
division.
think?
12.5?
Wow. Really? 12.5?
That
I'm going
team's
to go
coming back, yeah.
10.5.
11.5.
11.5 is the right answer.
11.5.
Wow.
Okay, close.
It lost a little bit on defense, so I thought it would go down a
They
little
still got enough.
Yeah.
They do have enough. They do have enough.
And
They're still the
Purdy's
team
going to
to
get
beat.
a year better.
Yeah.
Purdy's going to get better.
What do you think his ceiling is, though? Is he a franchise court? For some, I know he's been great, and I know the numbers add up and all that stuff. He still doesn't feel like a franchise quarterback.
Are you going to pay Lawrence in Jacksonville? Because it could be similar.
Don't pay great money for a good quarterback.
But you have to in the NFL.
You have to pay great money for a good quarterback.
You have to. That's how Kirk Cousins keeps getting
I would
paid.
take everybody to their fifth-year option.
You think so?
Yeah.
At some
that's
point,
what I would do.
But that guy might not show up.
I would say, show me 5 years.
But he
and
might
by
not
the way,
show
and
up
if
in
you're
camp.
great, I'm franchising you, and then I'm franchising you again.
What do you want? What
yeah.
do you want out of him, though? He went to an NFC Championship in his first year. He
Yeah.
went to a Super Bowl in his second year. What more?
Would you pay
Yeah,
him?
Purdy.
Would you guarantee him $150 million in
He
2
keeps,
years?
all he does is win.
$150 million.
No, wait.
And then
All
you're
they
gonna
do
lose.
is win.
You're gonna
Not
lose
just
the
him.
player.
He made some great passes in the NFC
Totally.
Championship.
But for that money, you need to take over the team. You need to be the guy. Not
I don't
just a
know
good
that
driver.
it's
he's the guy.
McCaffrey's team.
Yeah.
I would absolutely would. He's been playing great.
I mean,
For 2
either way,
years
you're
to
going
go
to
to-
have to pay him at some point.
Oh, by the way, before we
Yeah.
wrap this segment up, Chargers. They've got this new kid as head coach. His name is
Two and a
Harbaugh.
half. Two and a half wins.
What do you think?
Chargers? Raiders are a 6.5?
Yeah, 2.5.
Nine
I'll
and a
say
half.
6.5.
6.5?
2.5.
9.5.
It's 8.5.
8.5.
Too much. Too much.
Should
Wait,
the
take the
Chargers
under.
really have the same number as the Rams? The Rams are
That
coming off a
quarterback is
10-7
good.
season.
That quarterback is good, and Harbaugh is going to get them turned around and going in the right way.
He does have a great quarterback.
Yeah.
I'll say that.
Yep.
I mean,
that makes sense.
Brian hitting the ding. Don't
Oh,
hit the
look
ding,
at Brian.
Preach,
man.
DeMarco. Preach.
Our resident Chargers fan, dinging it. All right, we are live at Clearman's Galley. The Dodgers are up 7-1 in the 8th inning. We're all brought to you by Corona Extra. Find the fine life. La Vida Mas Fina, Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
Hey,
After LAFC's dominant win over Nashville, it's safe to say Bawanga is back.
Goal! It's in! It's 2-0! Oh, welcome to the 2024 score sheet, Galley!
2 goals for Bawanga and 5 total for the black and gold.
Uno, dos, tres, cuatro, cinco!
3, 2, 1. Next up, LAFC visit the Colorado Rapids. Coverage begins Saturday at 12:30 p.m. on the home of the black and gold, 710 ESPN and the ESPN LA app.
Gabriel, 7215 Rosemead Boulevard. Come on down. Watch the game with Mace DeMarco and Corporate Greg. And go up to the bar and say, hey, sucker, can I get an ice cold Corona Extra with lime? Corona Extra, the official cerveza of La Vida Más Fina. Find the fine life. Right now, we head back to Clearman's Galley in San Gabriel and back to Mason and DeMarco.
All right, we are live at Clearman's Galley, Rosemead Boulevard in San Gabriel, brought to you by Corona Extra, the official cerveza of La Vida Más Fina. Find the fine life. DeMarco is here. So is Pepe Antia. So is Bergman. I got to say, I'm going to do a shout-out here to a guy named Nino. Did you meet Nino?
I did. Mets fan, right?
Fantastic guy. Yeah. He was wearing a Mets jersey, so he's always sad. But he is from New York and listened to my morning show on WNEW in New York. That's where he first heard me.
Wow.
I always wondered if anybody listened to that show.
There he is.
Nino did. That was with Sue, yeah.
Nice.
I told Pepe, you know what? In retrospect, that was a pretty good show. That was a pretty good show.
Was it?
Yeah, it was a good show.
Was it the same kind of show, too?
It was just like this, yeah. Just totally screwing around.
How long were you out there? How long were you out in New York?
2 years and 3 months.
Were you miserable?
I was not happy during that
You were not happy?
period. Yeah,
Okay.
by the way, I was not. I was going through stuff then, too.
Yeah.
Along with being in a new city, having a long-distance relationship going. There were like a lot of things that worked against me.
Okay.
But we sort of recreated that with the podcast now. The podcast is me and Sue. So
cool.
We're still doing that kind of show.
Nice.
All right, so, and I also want to thank Casper Villa, and I want to thank Crypto Ray, who are like the beating heart of the radio station. They come to every single one of our things.
Yes, sir.
Awesome, awesome guys.
Try and stop them from coming.
Yeah, Casper's running security for us.
security at the same time.
That's your Kevin Dotson right there.
Meanwhile, Dodgers up 7-1. It was a very successful first start for Tyler Glasnow, who went 6 innings, allowing 1 earned run, 2 hits, and no walks.
Has he
5
always
strikeouts.
been that knock-kneed?
What's that?
Has he always been that knock-kneed? That knock-kneed, like his knees touched together.
I don't know. Didn't have a scouting report.
I saw him
on
walking
Tyler.
off. He looked like Steven Tyler.
He was knock-kneed?
He was very knock-kneed.
I mean, the knees are
knocking. Knock-kneed. Yeah, the knees go
like
in.
Kenny Smith kind of deal?
Kinda, yeah. Did you know that? I didn't know that.
No.
I didn't know he was knock-kneed. Okay.
No.
I did not know that either.
He's very tall.
Yeah, tall and knock-kneed.
But he can pitch, though. Great pitching. Great day.
And again, I can't believe we're in the 8th inning of this game. It's going to be over before we're off the air.
Wow. That has never happened.
Never.
When we're at Clearman's Galley, we're always here. Leave in it's like the 6th inning.
We left in the 6th,
Yeah,
exactly.
Exactly. Well, you crawled out, but
that time, yeah, no, I did.
So what were they doing before they sped it up?
Kike.
What were they? They were taking their time. There was no pitch clock.
So the pitcher would. Who did Passan say was standing there like he was in love? Who was that? The pitcher. Was it that long?
You're expecting me to remember something from 2 hours ago?
Pedro Baez.
Pedro Baez. There you go. He was the worst.
Was it that bad?
Yeah, he was terrible.
I think it was 45 seconds he would take.
Pitch to pitch,
He would actually
45
seconds, something like that.
Oh, that would
People
drive
would
me
count
crazy.
it down, and it was forever.
And by the way,
there.
he didn't really pitch well very often.
Really?
Yeah.
Maybe that's why it took so long.
Three-run jack.
Took his time and wasn't very good.
And Greg, remember Nomar? Nomar took forever.
He stepped back. He would mess with his gloves, pull them all down, like figure it all out, tap his bat.
Yeah, that wouldn't fly now. Would not fly.
No. Okay. Wow.
You have to have a foot in the box at all times too.
By the way, Ryan
can't step
Yarborough
out.
threw 2 clean innings too.
Yeah. No, and he's probably going to go
very
and have a 3-inning save if he goes in the 9th.
Oh yeah, that's right.
That's probably going to happen.
So this is modern day baseball.
If you're just tuning in, by the way, Shohei Ohtani 2 for 3, Freddie Freeman 2 for 3, 3 RBIs and a home run, and Mookie Betts 1 for 2 with a home run. This is basically, if you look at the top 3 in this lineup, you're 5 for 8.
Yeah.
5 for 8, those 3 guys.
Mookie Betts was 1 for 2, you said?
Yeah.
3 runs scored.
Yep. 3 runs scored.
I mean, that's what's going to happen constantly. He's either going to walk or he's going to get on base, hit a home run. But then Shohei's going to come up, move them along, hit a home run, and then you're Freddie's going to come up. It's going to happen all year long, and they're going to take their time, take pitches, and just get guys
the only
deep
Dodgers
into counts.
without a hit today are Gavin Lux and Jason Hayward. Everybody else has scratched at least once.
What the hell are they doing?
Yeah, what is going on with those guys?
I saw Kike strike out. I saw Tris Taylor ground out.
Yep.
Yeah. So.
Oh, you know what's interesting?
What?
It's DeMarco's game today.
Ooh. Yeah.
Now, you've never done a game of games, have you?
Never. I don't
have you
know.
played?
Of course.
Oh, yeah, you have
Yeah,
played.
I don't know if I'm doing this right, but we'll see.
Okay, so you've written a game?
I've written a game. I've written questions.
As we say all the time, it is the toughest part of being on the Mason and Ireland show is coming up with a different game every week.
I legitimately hate it.
It's hard.
Yeah,
it's hard.
Pepe.
I kept hearing you.
I know.
Like
it's
as
just
I'm
so
writing.
annoying.
Pepe is the king. He's got the potpourri of lies.
I have one in the car.
Oh, and an envelope?
Potpourri of lies.
A sealed envelope?
Okay.
A sealed envelope.
Rita Hayworth?
It takes Pepe 4 hours. He
So
stays
right
up till
the-
3 o'clock
Because
in
I
the morning.
prepare, because I take it
true.
seriously.
Yeah.
I'm not
Not
saying
like
anything
you.
wrong.
I mean, you just
I
go.
don't.
Oh, man.
Yeah,
now
you
I'm
don't
really
take it
nervous.
seriously.
I did yesterday.
You grabbed Lindsay's game and used it. It was terrible.
And now because of that, if that happens again, I lose a
You're
point.
also the innovator that gave us the Harry Potter game,
Hey,
which
that-
everybody
by
hated.
the way, your game the other day was not very good either.
I tried something.
I
tried something.
That was the dictionary show, right?
That was a dictionary show.
Dictionary.
yeah,
Yeah.
it wasn't good.
Yeah.
So the
I thought it was okay, though.
is
Better
it
than I thought it
multiple
was gonna be.
choice.
Multiple choice.
All right,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
like that. I like that.
Yeah, no, that's
My
the
game
way
was
you gotta
fine
do it.
yesterday.
Yeah, it was all right.
I put work into
Yeah,
it.
no, you did. You clearly
You know who's good doing the game?
Who?
Brian.
Oh, thank you, Pepe.
Who is?
Brian.
Oh, Brian.
Brian.
I appreciate it.
Big
I
Brian.
appreciate
I got
it.
it. Yeah.
Like Brianna? Who's
I like
that?
it.
I don't know.
Yeah, no, Brian's really good. Brian's
Right.
good at playing the game.
Brian
too.
is really good.
He's tied for the lead this month.
Yeah,
Yeah, trying to win
Pride
one.
of Humboldt State. All right, we are live
Humboldt
from
genius.
Clearman's Galley, Rosemead Boulevard, San Gabriel. We are brought to you by Corona Extra, the official cerveza of La Vida Más Fina. Find the fine life. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN. All right, are you dealing with debt? Keeps you tossing and turning at night. Can't get away from it. But the truth is, the system is designed to trap you in debt. Insanely high interest credit cards and loans make it nearly impossible to pay off your debt. But there is a new way out of the debt trap. It is Pivotal Debt Solutions. Now, Pivotal Debt Solutions is not like the old school debt relief companies that string your debt along for years. They've got new and aggressive strategies that can end your debt faster, end your debt faster and easier than you thought possible. Here's what Pivotal Debt Solutions can do. They can cut or eliminate interest. They can find programs to write off your balances so you owe less. They will stop those threatening phone calls, and you will not have to deal with bankruptcy, and you won't have to deal with a loan. Bottom line, they find every solution possible to end your debt permanently. Before you do anything, contact Pivotal Debt Solutions. Talk to them for free. Find out how fast they can help you get out of debt. Visit zapmydebt.com. That's Z-I-P. Zapmydebt.com. One more time, zapmydebt.com. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
to the bar and say, hey, sucker, can I get an ice-cold Corona Extra with lime? Corona Extra, the official cerveza of La Vida Más Fina. Find the fine life. Right now, we head back to Clearman's Galley in San Gabriel and back to Mason and DeMarco.
All right, the Dodgers are officially 2 outs away from winning their home opener today. Ryan Yarbrough has thrown 2 1/3 innings of clean baseball, following Tyler Glasnow, who gave up 1 home run to Paul Goldschmidt. Otherwise, a very, very strong day. The Dodgers are up 7-1. And they are going to win their home opener.
Come on, Yarbrough, keep it right here. No runs.
Right, Bergman's got
0
a bet
runs
on cut. What's your over/under is 8?
8.5.
8.5.
So it is 8.
Oh, there it goes.
No. Oh, no.
Oh, no,
okay,
caught.
good. Yeah, nowhere.
For a second, I thought that was going to screw you.
I mean, if someone was going to do it, it was going to be Nolan Arenado.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. Oh, my God.
Wow.
So 1 out away now from winning that game. Actually, you know what? I think it's probably better to listen to the game on 710 than it was on 570 today.
I agree.
I bet we're more fun.
It's way more fun.
Yeah, we had interviews.
We're actually,
come on.
We're getting into the game. We're talking about it. We're getting excited when
talking
things are
about
happening.
Screwing around.
Yeah.
That's what baseball's about.
Yeah. We're at a bar, and you're watching it with us at a bar.
Exactly.
And we literally are
with
at
a whole
the bar.
bunch of friends.
Yes.
And hopefully you've had a Corona Extra.
Oh,
and
no.
You're finding the fine life.
No.
Fly ball, left field, and...
Wait, what are you cheering for?
I'm cheering for the win.
What are you cheering for?
The win.
The win.
I said the win. I didn't say what the win was.
I love it. So the Los Angeles Dodgers are officially 2-1 after winning their home opener. If you look at the box score, there we go.
Yeah.
Let's go Dodgers chant. Dodgers.
I guess we can
Let's
check that
go
box on
Dodgers.
Shohei, right?
Yeah.
He can compartmentalize.
Yeah, no
Yeah.
question. Shohei 2 for 3, had a double and a single and a walk. Freddie Freeman, a great day home run.
Wow.
Mookie Betts hit a home run. Top 30 of the order, doing exactly what we expected them to do. And good day for the Dodgers.
You said earlier that everybody got a hit except for Gavin Lux and Jason Hayward.
Gavin Lux and Jason Hayward, the two guys that didn't get hit.
So that means that, because I know that Outman got a hit for an
Outman did,
RBI. Like those, if the bottom of the lineup really comes through and takes some of the pressure off of the top, this team is going to be fantastic.
What do you think Gavin Lux is going to do this year?
I mean, I hope that he is good enough in that 9 spot so that he just keeps the line moving. If he hits like 270 and has a couple of home runs and just is constantly on base for Mookie Betts, I think he'll be fine.
I think he's going to – I would have him at 260.
260.
18 homers, 60 RBIs.
I think that's totally fine. I'd be fine with that. As long as he plays a good second base, I'm happy with that.
Yeah, I mean, the good second base is the key. I mean, it was Mookie that booted a ball today.
Yeah.
Gavin Lux played clean. I still think the move, and it's interesting, I heard Travis talking about this earlier. Generally speaking, when you talk about a player making a move at the age of 31, it's generally from middle infield to the outfield.
Right.
They're doing exactly the reverse here. He's moving to shortstop at the age of 31, a tougher, more athletic position. So I think there is a gamble involved here.
You said there might be like an iceberg ahead because of this, didn't you? Or no? Somebody else said that.
There's going to be an iceberg?
This could be an issue. Was that you that said that?
No, I think it can be an issue. I mean, it might have been Travis, it might have been Sliwa.
Somebody said it,
But either way, like at shortstop could potentially be a problem.
Although what Jeff Passan said today, we are nitpicking.
Oh, of course.
You know, it's
but
like
we're Dodger fans.
Yeah,
we have to nitpick.
We're nitpicking because there are so many good things to talk about. But you do the Dodger Blue Review every day, so you've got to pick your nits.
I have to pick my nits. You're right.
Your job is picking nits.
Right. So if we know that Max Muncy is not a good third baseman, and we know that Mookie Betts is still learning the shortstop position,
but he's good and he's doing good. Muncy
he just he had an error in this game, Pepe.
Well, I mean, he's not perfect. Okay.
No, I know,
but it's an error in just 3 games.
Right. It's an error in a game that these are the things that we have to worry about.
I think Mookie is going to be fine.
I agree.
I think he'll be a net neutral. I don't think he'll be a plus defender, but I think he will be a
good
league average.
He won't kill you.
Yeah,
sure.
It's not going to kill us.
If he does that, I'm totally fine with it. But you know, Pepe, the shortstop position is a very, very important position in baseball. Right up the middle. So catcher, pitcher, shortstop, center field. Those are important positions. So if you have a shortstop that's
Are you teaching
league
him
average?
baseball?
No, I'm talking to him about
Sounds like he's teaching him baseball. Pepe, you know the game,
we're
right?
talking about it. We're having
Oh.
a conversation.
Oh, go ahead.
Yeah.
Keep going.
If you have
Everybody
if you
wants
have
to teach me something.
I know. Go ahead.
a shortstop that can't field or is having it's average or below average, that's a problem.
What's the catcher do?
The catcher he does.
You're explaining each
Do you
position.
need me to explain the catcher
Yeah.
to you?
Who's
Do you know
on
what
first?
it is? That's the
I
guy.
don't know. Third
That's the
base.
guy that's behind home plate and he bends down.
Oh, that guy.
No, yeah,
Okay.
I got it. That's a catcher.
No, but I do understand. He's not Omar Vizquel, okay?
Yeah.
Well,
Not Omar Vizquel.
Okay,
Yeah,
but he's
I
good.
hope not.
But
Omar
he's
Vizquel
good.
had some problems.
yeah, but I mean,
I mean,
aside from all as a defensive
Yes,
player,
yes.
Yeah,
he's
yeah.
one of the best shortstops.
Ever.
Sure.
Yeah.
he got in trouble.
See why I argue with you? Omar Vizquel was a great
He
great
was.
Yes, he
shortstop.
was.
Yes,
Okay.
he was.
He was.
That did
Nobody's-
get into trouble.
Yes.
You're
You're both
arguing
right.
with nobody, Pepe. We all agree. And Omar Vizquel was a great defensive
Maybe
shortstop.
like Sandy Alomar was a great shortstop. Like
Yes.
Or was he second
No.
base?
No,
Robbie
Sandy-
Robbie Alomar.
Sandy Allen.
Robbie
was a
Al-
catcher. Sandy was a catcher.
Robbie Alomar was a second base.
Yes.
Yeah, no,
Omar
Toronto?
Vizquel was
Yeah.
a shortstop.
And Sandy Alomar.
Maury
was a
Wills
catcher, yeah.
was a shortstop.
Yeah,
Great.
By the way, I did the All-Star game for CBS in the years in Cleveland. The year Sandy Alomar was the most valuable player of the All-Star.
No
nice.
way.
He, he was a catcher.
Yeah, he's a catcher.
Yep.
Pepe's
remember.
going to keep.
I know.
Okay.
I know a little bit.
Yeah.
A little bit.
A little bit.
You know your history.
All right, so it is game of games. It's very close. We're down to the last 2 days
I don't, apparently.
of the month of March.
Yes.
And it is still up for grabs. It's Ireland 4, Bergman 4, Brian 4, me 3, Laura 3.
Laura won.
Laura 1. Okay, so Laura's out of it.
If she won today, if
She's
she was
not
there,
even playing today.
No, she's not even playing today.
So, yeah,
Nah,
she's
she's
not-
out.
she has no chance.
She's out.
Wow.
So, DeMarco, you feel comfortable in this game?
Not
You
at
feel
all.
Confident? Oh.
Not at all. I think I was, but not so much right now. We'll see.
Okay.
Yeah.
We will do Game of Games coming up next for you as we are live from Clearman's Galley in San Gabriel. There is still time to come out and hang with us as the Dodgers beat the Cardinals 7-1. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
Yo, LA, what up? It's Uncle Artie here from Kearney.
And it is time for Game of Games on the #1 sports radio show in LA, Mason and Ireland. Game of Games. Game of Games presented by CallJacob.com.
Call Jacob.
Everyone loves a fighter, but in this town, winning matters, especially after an accident. So remember, anyone can fight, but CallJacob.com is here for you when you need a big win. After an accident, go to CallJacob.com or call 844-24-JACOB. That's 844-24-JACOB. We got the jingle.
Call Jacob.
Thank you. Game of Games time. Take it away, Mace.
All right, here we go. It is Game of Games time, and it is DeMarco Farr's game.
Yes, sir. Nervous. Scared about
DeMarco
this.
has never done a game for
Never.
us here. The players, and Greg, I'm going to need you to keep score.
Thank you very much,
I'm
Mace.
terrible at
Oh,
that.
my God. Thank you for saying that.
I'm the worst scorekeeper.
Yes.
And I need a piece of paper.
Got completely
Someone's got
lost the other day.
That just
kind of
took half
paper.
the pressure away. Thank you.
So
got
it
a piece
is
of paper?
DeMarco, Pepe,
No, there's
Bergman,
no paper.
and Brian.
I will-
So the players are
Give me 1 second.
Pepe, Bergman,
Oh,
and Brian.
thank you. All right, so I got
You, Pepe, Bergman, and Brian.
Yes.
Okay.
Mace, Pepe,
All right.
Greg.
Okay.
I love it. It's like we're playing dominoes.
So what's the theme of the game, DeMarco?
Second place. When I was a kid,
Yep.
I used to dream about being second place. I thought second place was always the spot to be in.
Really?
Because first place had a lot of pressure.
Okay.
Second place was always a good spot, right?
Wow.
I grew out of that. I wanted
I
to
hope
learn how to
so.
win. But I love second place and runner-up, so that's kind of the themes right now.
Okay.
All right, so Aaron Donald has retired. I think I'm not over it. I never will be. He racked up 111 sacks in just 10 seasons.
Okay.
That's the franchise record for the Rams. Can you tell me who is second on that list? Is it Kevin Green, Leonard Little, or me? Mace.
Boy, would you put yourself in there?
Yeah, that's.
I'm going to say it's Kevin Green. Sorry, DeMarco.
I think it's you.
I think it's Kevin Green.
You're
Brian?
all,
Brian?
I'm going to
Brian,
go
ahead.
DeMarco.
You're all wrong. It's Leonard Little.
Oh,
Leonard
it
Little.
is.
Yes,
Okay,
Leonard Little.
okay, all
87 and a half. Yes, Aaron Donald just swooped that up real quick. All right, number two. My team, my Rams in 1999, 13-3, went on to beat the Titans in the Super Bowl 23-16.
Yep.
Kurt Warner was MVP of the regular season and Super Bowl MVP, 41 touchdown passes, but he was second in passing yards that year. Who was first in 1999? Was it Peyton Manning, Steve Berline, or Brett Favre?
Pepe.
Pepe, yeah.
Brett Favre.
I'm gonna go Berline. Brian.
I'm going to go Brett Favre, too.
Weird one to put in there.
Yeah.
I'm also going to go Brett Favre.
It was Steve Berline.
Hey, that's
Steve
me.
Berline.
Yeah, over
What the
4,400.
hell happened?
Did Brian get that? I didn't hear him.
I did not.
think Brian
I went
did
Favre.
get that.
You
No,
didn't?
Brian
did
got
not.
Favre. All right. Number three, according to, this is funny. Tell me if you guys know this.
Okay.
According to ProBasketballReference.com,
Yep.
the number 20 is by far the most popular Lakers number of all time.
Okay.
A whopping 29 players have worn that number 20 for the Lakers.
Okay.
Starting with a guy named Whitey Kahan.
I know Whitey.
Did you know that?
Yeah.
And ending with Dylan Windler, who just got released.
Yep.
Right.
What is the second most popular number, jersey number in Laker history? Is it number 11, number 15, or number 24?
Ooh.
Okay.
It's me first. What was the first two?
11.
11,
15, 24.
11, 15, 24. I'm going to say 15.
Brian?
I'm also going to go 15.
I am going to go. Can't be 20. I'm going to go 11. Pepe?
15.
It is actually number 11. Absolutely,
Hey,
yeah.
Mace on
That
the board.
includes, and
Mace
it's
on the
also
board.
number 12. 25 players have worn 11 and 12. Jackson Hayes and Torian Prince this year. are wearing those numbers.
good.
Look at that.
All right, in 2002, George Lucas, his Star Wars franchise released the second film in the second phase of the Star Wars prequel trilogy that began with The Phantom Menace.
Yeah.
What was the name of the movie after The Phantom Menace? Was it
Oh.
Revenge of the Sith, Empire Strikes Back, or Attack of the Clones?
The second one, it goes Brian first.
Brian.
Attack of the Clones.
Mace,
I'm going to say Attack of the Clones.
Pepe,
Attack of the Clones.
Attack of the Clones.
You are right. It's
Yes.
Attack of the Clones. The first Star Wars film to be outgrossed in the year of its release. Go ahead.
All right, so
No,
Mace has two.
go ahead. I just got a little help from Casper, I think. He blurted it out.
All right,
Mace-
this is from the
it's,
mind of
Mace 2, Greg 2, Pepe 1, Brian
Hey,
1.
this is big.
this is from the mind of DeMarco. So a boxing question. The
Okay.
second biggest or heaviest weight class in boxing between light heavyweight and heavyweight is called what? Welterweight, cruiserweight, or middleweight?
It starts back with Mace again.
Middleweight.
Pepe,
Cruiserweight.
I'm going to say welterweight. And Brian.
I kind of like the cruiserweight.
It is cruiserweight.
Cruiserweight.
Yeah, baby.
175 to 200 pounds. 200 is 200 plus and unlimited. Cruiserweight, 175
Tied
to 200.
across the
By the
board.
way,
Everybody
DeMarco,
too.
this game is going well.
You like this
very
one?
good.
Okay.
Very
I do
good.
like it.
All
Very
right.
well.
Funny question. Let's see if I can mess it up right now.
Okay.
In 1994, how old were you, Greg, in 94?
In 94, I was 11.
You should know this. Anyway, you're a football guy.
Okay.
1994, what team scored the first two-point conversion in NFL history?
Oh,
Was it the Bengals, the Browns, or the Colts?
we start with Pepe. Bengals, Brown, Colts.
Bengals.
I'll say Colts. Brian?
Bengals.
Mace.
I'll say Colts.
It was actually the Browns.
Oh, so
Tom
nobody.
2-point Tupa ran in a fake extra point to beat the Bengals in week 1. All right. Here's one for you, Mace.
Okay.
Steve Mason's second favorite producer at 710. Is it Dave Singer, Greg Berman, or Lindsay Baseball?
Oh my God.
I'm kidding.
Second
favorite.
I'm just messing with you.
second
I don't
favorite.
even know who would be.
Yeah.
Never mind. All right, here we go. There have been
Dave Singer and everybody else.
7 Tom Cruise-produced Mission Impossible films, starting with Mission Impossible in 1996, and most recently with M.I. Dead Reckoning Part 1. Part 2 comes out summer 2025. 2018's Mission Impossible Fallout is the highest-grossing movie in the franchise history worldwide, almost $800 million. What's the second highest-grossing Mission Impossible of all time? Is it MI2, Rogue Nation, or Ghost Protocol?
Okay, so I go first here. I'm going to say MI2. Brian?
I'm going to go Ghost Protocol.
Mace?
Ghost Protocol.
Pepe.
Ghost Protocol.
It is Ghost Protocol.
Everybody else got that but
There
me.
we go.
Yeah.
Almost
So
second, 700 mil.
Mace 3, Pepe 3, Brian 3, Greg 2. Ooh, How many are left?
1.
By the way,
One,
is
okay.
it me
I have
or
to
is
go opposite.
every Mission Impossible movie basically the same?
Pretty much.
They're all it is the
They
same
are.
movie being remade.
But they're
and
so
remade.
much fun.
There's always one device out there that is going to destroy the world, and Tom Cruise has to get it before the bad guys
And he
do.
finds it. I can't wait for the next
Do
one.
you have a tiebreaker?
I think I can throw one in there. Maybe.
Okay, so let's-
maybe.
Okay, so let's do that.
But no one's going to get it.
Okay.
All right. So I said this the other day. Roadhouse remake, the reboot is out. It is mindless, great fun. I hope you get to watch it.
Yes.
I miss movies like this. Conor McGregor, hilarious. Jake Gyllenhaal understood the assignment. He was funny.
Yeah.
The original Patrick Swayze Roadhouse came out in 1989. Great year. My senior year in high school.
Nice.
And I was an absolute menace. But in 1989, Rain Man won the Oscar for Best Picture. Which of these movies was not nominated for Best Picture that year? Was it Mississippi Burning, Dangerous Liaison, or Last Temptation of Christ?
So Mace goes first.
Was not nominated for Best
Not
Picture.
nominated for Best Picture in 1989.
I will say Last Temptation of Christ.
Pepe.
I think it's Last Temptation of Christ.
Brian.
I will also go Last Temptation.
So I have to go, what are the other two?
Mississippi Burning, Dangerous Liaisons.
Mississippi Burning.
It was Last Temptation of Christ.
All right,
Yeah.
It won the
Yeah.
Oscar for Best Director. I'm out of question.
Did
So-
Last Temptation win for Best Director?
It
That
won
was Martin Scorsese.
It won for Best Director, correct.
Do you have something that has numbers that they can all kind of like whatever the grossing movie was, closest without going over?
Let's see. Let me go back to this.
Because we're tied. What's the score right now?
It's 4-4-4.
4-4-4.
So Mason,
Okay, let's
Pepe,
go back
and Brian
to
are all
question
tied with
2.
4.
Okay, go
All
back
right,
to
so
question
Peyton
2.
Manning, Steve Berline, Brett Favre. Who had the most passing yards of those three,
So
excluding Kurt Warner?
So
Peyton Manning, Steve Berline, and Brett Favre.
go with the number. Do you have the numbers that they had?
Yes.
numbers.
Okay, so go by that.
How many passing yards did Steve Berline have? Do you have that number?
I do have that.
Okay, so
Yeah.
do that. Passing numbers and go closest.
How many yards? Okay,
yeah,
go ahead.
So Mace.
4,600 yards.
Pepe.
52.
And Brian.
52.
4,200.
What is the number?
It was 4,436.
Ooh, 44.
I think it slightly tips to me, does it not?
It does just barely.
I
Just
beat
barely
Brian.
go to Mason. Mason is the winner.
Yeah.
And Mason now leads the month with 5.
Tomorrow,
It comes down to tomorrow.
whose game is it tomorrow?
It is
Travis
it's
Rogers'
Travis' game.
Wow.
Wow, what a win.
Yeah.
Good game.
Oh,
DeMarco.
my God.
That was a
very
great
good
game.
That was a weight off.
I got to
I'm
say,
sweating.
Good game.
that was
Very good game.
spectacular. Great game.
Nice job, DeMarco.
You nailed it. You nailed it. Tomorrow will be interesting because if you're listening right now, tomorrow I'm going to come on at noon. It's a combo plate, so I'm going noon to 2:30. with Travis Rogers.
Right.
So, and we will lead up to Lakers basketball.
In Indiana.
In Indiana, that's right. Tough game.
Big
Indiana.
win. If they win that game, they're just setting themselves up for the rest of the way because they have easy games.
Easy games after Indiana. Yeah, Indiana, highest scoring team in the league. They'll put some points on the board.
Why do you say if they win that game? Why don't you say when?
Do you guarantee?
When they win the game?
Is this a Pepe guarantee?
No, but you should be positive. I'm always telling you that you strike me like a very positive guy.
I am.
Yeah. No.
But I'm.
No.
No.
I am.
No,
but
not
either
really.
way, like saying if they win tomorrow, I don't know if they're going to win or not.
Pepe apparently does.
Yeah, he does.
Pepe's got them
He's
having.
guaranteed.
They've already won the game according to Pepe.
Pepe guarantee.
The Pepe guarantee
I love
tomorrow
it.
night in Indiana. Way to go,
Wave
Pepe.
to the Pepe guarantee.
Yeah, the Pepe guarantee. So all in all, a very good, fun day here at Clearman's Galley. Thanks to everybody who has come out. We've had a blast. Dodgers, first home win of the year. They won comfortably over the Cardinals. Even Bergman won his over-under on runs bet.
I won both of my bets.
That's why
I have
he's
a
so
minus
happy.
1.5.
Yeah, I had Dodgers minus a run and a half on cut, so I won there.
Yep, we both won there.
I've got bets on all the NCAA tournament games. So what are we carrying tonight, Bergman? We're going to throw
We are carrying the Sweet 16 games, and Brian might be able to tell us which.
Brian,
games
what
those
game is coming up?
are. He might not also.
He might not know.
I might not also know.
carrying the Sweet 16 games.
Yeah, Greg.
Arizona,
It really
Clemson.
depends on.
Okay, coming up for you, Arizona Clemson. That's a good game.
Yeah.
I've got Arizona minus 6.5 in that game.
There you go.
On the cut app.
You love cut now.
Oh my
Man,
God!
Nate.
I have to have money on every single game. I bet all 4 tournament games tonight.
Yeah,
See?
it's the way to do it. By the
30
way,
for 30. This is the beginning.
And the,
think about it. So
how much did you bet? A dime?
A dime on each game.
So the game against Milwaukee, I bet the over at 232.
I had the under. That was a terrible bet.
I had it over at 232.5, and by the end of the fourth quarter, it was 101-101. So that's only 200 points.
Yeah.
Wow.
You needed double
I
overtime.
needed double overtime to get there.
Yeah.
It was so exciting.
Yeah.
I was sitting there like cheering by myself in my house, going, "Oh my God, they're going to overtime!"
You know, here's
it was
the
so
thing.
exciting.
Here's my experience. By the, this is they're here. The Cut app, KUTT, says put your money where your mouth is. I like having action on everything. Like I bet on the Dodgers. I bet on all 4 tournament games. I am becoming a complete degenerate gambler.
That's what people.
Enjoy it. Embrace it, though.
Yeah.
Embrace it. Have fun with it.
It's fun having a little action.
Absolutely.
Do you ever bet?
No,
Marco?
no.
Never.
I'm getting there, though.
Are you?
It's become less taboo, so why not?
It has
Everybody else
become
is doing it.
Way less.
Shohei's
taboo.
doing it. I'm just kidding.
No,
I'm just kidding.
We just followed it.
Shohei, by the way, is addressing the media with his new interpreter right now.
That's Will Ireton.
Will Ireton.
Yeah.
Is his new interpreter, so he's addressing the media for the first time. Now, what's interesting is, I would imagine this is going to be all baseball questions, right?
I think
nobody's going to ask about the.
Well, of course,
What
he's
can
not
you
going to
ask him?
answer.
but nobody's going to ask about the Ipe thing, is it?
If somebody says
what's the
something
ask?
like that, he's going to say, no comment.
No, he has to. You have to. If you're doing your job, if Dylan Hernandez is standing in that scrum,
Yeah.
he has to ask him about it.
But what
This is the
question do you have at this point?
It just.
Yeah, what would the question be?
I mean, he's just gonna. You have to ask a question
because
like,
he's smiling.
so how-
I don't think they're asking
What
anything
question?
tough.
What
They
question,
probably.
Greg?
I'm not a reporter.
Well,
it
but
could-
you're saying they're going to ask a question.
if someone
Tell
said
me.
to you, "Are we supposed to believe that you'd had no idea what was going on with Ipe?"
No comment.
Okay. Well, that's what.
But
that's
see,
what
no
happened. But
comment
you-
is not a good answer.
No,
But
you
that's
have
what's
to,
gonna
you
No, that
have to
invites
ask
trouble.
it.
Yeah.
You have to ask it. Bill Plaschke has to ask it.
And
Whoever's
they're going to ask. No
In that
comment.
setting, in the scrum, after
Yes.
Really?
This is the
I don't
first-
know.
This is the first time that he's actually answering questions.
I
Yeah,
would
but
ask for an interview, but I wouldn't do it there.
Yeah, this is the only time that they have done it. I mean, I would ask about this. What were you thinking when you're rounding second base?
Correct.
in the
I mean,
first inning?
obviously they're asking baseball questions
Correct,
because
sure.
they're showing highlights.
Right. But
If you ask him
you're
an
doing-
eBay question, he's going to shut down and leave.
I agree.
probably.
Yeah.
But either way, if you are a reporter and there's thousands of them in there, they have to ask.
They will, but
Of
he's
course.
going to say no comment.
Okay, fine. Like Mace is saying, though, no comment is not a good answer.
Yeah, it's
But
really
it's
not a
an
good
answer.
answer.
No comment can be a good answer at some point, right?
Yeah.
Like on trial. I don't know. No comment. But it invites trouble when you do that.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like
Oh,
almost
he can
admitting
say,
guilt.
I don't
Yeah.
speak English.
Well, no, he's got to that's why he's got
That's
to
one of the
translate.
little guys right there. Yeah, come on.
That other guy's.
But do you
Explain
agree
what
with me,
he's saying.
Mace? Like they have to ask?
I don't think they do. I bet you they didn't.
Well, he talked on, what was it, Monday?
Yeah.
For the first time? And he said
Okay,
there's
so
no
here's
questions.
Tuesday.
Here's a question. Here's
Yeah.
a question. you hit well today. You're dealing with a big distraction. How is that going? Something like
great
that.
Question.
That's
Great
fine.
question.
That is a very good question.
You know what he didn't say? Ipe. See?
Yeah.
That's a great question.
Yeah, you can do it that way. I'll be interested to see what the press conference takes place there.
I'm going to look at all the transcripts after the game because I guarantee someone did.
Okay, I think we're done here. Go Dodgers. Tomorrow we're back at 1 o'clock. I'm back at noon with Travis Rogers tomorrow. Thanks to everybody here at Clearman's Galley. You guys are awesome. And we'll see you tomorrow, 710 ESPN.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS.